Hello and welcome to the banks of Chigborough Fisheries in Essex, and also welcome to the start of a new series that sees the guys from Carpology join me on the bank, where we go round for a session, 24 hours today we're doing, but also we look back on my season so far. If you can't tell from the muddy banks, the lack of leaves on the trees, the season at the moment is winter, and although it's not the most productive of seasons, I have actually caught a few fish this winter that I'm going to share with you today, and hopefully we'll catch a few fish on this session as well. There's 3 lakes on this complex, so we're going to walk around all of them, try and find some fish. It is a very miserable day, conditions are against us, so location is as important as ever. So that's the first job at hand, find a few fish and then hopefully catch a few for the cameras. Right, we found a few fish out in the open water, so we're going to drop on for a couple of hours. The thing with this lake is, I always say it, that there's always a bite to be had somewhere, so if we don't catch, we'll move, and I think that that'll be the nature of this entire session, really, moving around, so that we always feel like we're pretty close to a bite. So just knock the bait mix very quickly. Perfect for this time of year, super highly digestible, lots of particle, citrus pellet, flake, things that break down really quickly, because although the sun's coming out, we're just into spring, it's still very cold, that water, so we don't want something that's going to be too hard for them to digest. And the plan is just to drop with a baiting pole a couple of rigs on their heads and nick a quick bite. Fingers crossed it works for us. So that's 3 rods out in position. I did feel a little bit more confident early in the morning when there's quite a few fish about, but for some reason the sun's come up and the fish have actually seemed to have disappeared. So I have baited a few of the spots, hoping they turn up there. We'll give it a few hours here if we're not successful before moving on. But yeah, we're finally fishing after quite a few steps walked earlier on today, trying to find fish. Now this series, although it's going to be joining us in session like we are today, it's also taking a look back at some of the fishing I've been doing. Now, winter's not the most exciting season to start a new series like this because things have been quite quiet on the fishing front. I've done a little bit of pike fishing this winter and then the odd filming project with Nash. But one thing that is very unique to winter is the shows. Now, I'm sure a lot of people here watching enjoy the shows. We love doing them at Nash, meeting not only our wider team, but a lot of different people. Yeah, they're great, they're fantastic, they're unique to winter. And I was very lucky to be able to go over to the Netherlands for the Den Bosch show at the start of this year. One thing we do always try and do is get a little bit of fishing in between the shows, and this time was no different. And it was eventful, although perhaps for the wrong reasons. Not good. Welcome to my first Carpology vlog. And it's starting not with a carp, not with how I wanted to start, basically. We're over in Holland, we're doing the Den Bosch show. I'm not at the show right now, helping everyone set up, and it's not because I'm trying to strive to get out of it. Me and Dan went fishing last night. It was the most pointless session I've ever been on. We just cast 4 singles out into a lake we know nothing about. Then it snowed, and then when I woke up this morning, my van was stuck. Stuck. Definitely stuck. And it's not coming out no matter what we do. So we've roped in a few of the Dutch team to help us. Marco's rang a few people, and now we're waiting for someone to come and save us, basically. And that's the situation we're in. Brilliant, isn't it? This comes out, I'll be surprised. What do you think? I don't feel very confident.
I think it will work, Henry.
Yeah?
100%.
100%?
Yeah.
100%.
If it don't work, If it doesn't work, you get the first 20 kilo fish on Monday morning.
Oh nice, yeah. That's coming up later. A little post-show treat. If it doesn't work, we've got to go try and find a farmer, haven't we?
Yeah.
Find a farmer. Right.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you so much, mate. I thought I'd be stuck there for ages. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. Cheers. Did we did it. Look at all this shit everywhere. Oh, thank you so much, man.
Thanks, man.
Now time for the show. I think I want to say a massive thank you to the passers-by who managed to tow my van out of the mud. I don't know what I was thinking I could park down there, and especially when it was snowing. I got a lot of stick from everyone at the show afterwards, and probably deservedly so. I did manage to get some fishing in after, and this time round it was a little bit more successful. Welcome to Glory Carp Lakes in a freezing cold Netherlands, and I'm playing one of the fish here. Did a couple of nights fishing here with Alan and Dan between the show in Den Bosch, and then I decided to stay on for work purposes. And we managed to get the rods out this morning after packing down the show yesterday. Just dropping my last rod, and the first one has gone. Feels good to be into a fish after a couple of blank days for the show. There we go, making up there. After a couple of blank days for the show, and I think this will be my first proper carp of the year if it ends up in the net. Yeah. I'll take that on a very cold January morning. Nice. A very cold Dutch mirror from Glory Carp Lakes, and I know it's a bit cliche, but although it's not the biggest one, they're all welcome at this time of year. Got the rods back out in position as well. My crossing is this evening about 10 PM, so I've got the whole day ahead of me. It does do quite a few bites this water, so I'm hoping I'll catch another one, hopefully a little bit bigger. For now, I'll definitely take this. After a couple of days blanking between the shows, finally have a carp in my hands. Now before we put the fish back, something that I've never done before, we've got to scan the carp. Now they're all microchipped, and the owner does this so he can record their weight, see the growth and everything. Yeah, I've never done it before. He's obviously invested quite heavily in his stock and wants to know how they're growing. So we'll give it a scan and record it onto his database. A lot of technology in this this carp fishing that we're doing today. Oh, I'm freezing. Right, let's get in the van where it's warm. Out, Marco. That's a bit bigger than mine, isn't it?
Tiny bit.
That'll do.
Could be a 40-pounder.
A 40-pounder.
Could be.
Well, I'm also fishing here with Marco, who's our Benelux marketing manager, and he's snuck round to swim 4, put some rods out, and you've had one pretty quickly, haven't you?
Ooh, nee, nee.
Well, you can't.
Ben je weg?
Well done, Marco.
Thank you very much.
Mega fish. Well done. Only been here an hour.
Yeah, something like that, and already
Still very lively.
still very lively. I played it for quite a long time, 50 minutes, something like that. Had a scream on the middle end rod, and I thought, yeah, here we go with another stocky, but
That ain't no stocky.
no, 20.4 kilos, something like
Yeah,
that.
about 45 pounds. So, yeah, not bad for January freezing cold day.
Not really, is it? Oh,
Well done, mate.
cheers, mate. Right, picture time, and then we put her back.
Yeah. Well done.
Nice. Thank you. Oh, hey, normally a second for 24 hours. Nice one. Well happy with that. Well happy.
Yes, Marco. Still got a few more hours as well.
Yeah.
Still got a chance. Well, sadly, no more fish for me, but for a day session to land warm myself and to see Marco's 20 kilo, 45 pounder, can't really complain at that. I'm gonna pack up now, head off back to England, whilst you guys return to the main session. So that was a great end to a week in the Netherlands for the Den Bosch show. Great to see Marco, great to see Robin, and great to see Marco catch that really impressive fish at the end. Now back to the UK, back to the sun, and sadly we've not had anything in the time that we've been away. We're going to keep looking at the spots that I baited up, see if anything occurs there. Hopefully we'll nick a bite here, but I'm not feeling too confident, so I think it's going to be a case of giving it another hour or so, and then up in sticks and finding something new to go on. I'm just watching that, seeing a couple of bubbles come up. Oh, what a start to the series. First fish. I don't even want to get my landing net wet. We're going to have to, aren't we? Nice. Result. Honestly, I was just watching that and just seeing like 2 or 3 times in a row these single bubbles come up, thinking, oh, I think they're back. They're definitely back. Something's back. Right, there we go. What a result. What a rubbish fish. Well, first bit of action. Well, that rod we just repositioned's gone again, and there's quite a bit of weed on it, so I'm trying to figure out whether it's a bream or a carp. I'm going to say bream to be on the safe side. And it's a tench. I was just saying to Joe, you might want to go film the rod we just got down the corner because it's fizzing up. And just as he left the swim, the rod here's gone. We got a little tench on the end. I know, getting through them all. What should we do next? Pike? Right. Great. Look at that, nailed. A bit early in the year for them, isn't it? Better than a bream, not quite a carp. You're joking. It's the same one.
Well, you did say set the camera up.
Yeah, I did call that, didn't I?
Ah, he's bigger.
I don't think I'm gonna land in there. Yeah, I think this will be easier. Oh, he is a bigger tent, yeah. Great release as well. Not really quite going to plan, is it, this carp fishing? Plenty of action, but I think now could be the time for a move, if I'm honest, because I think we're just gonna get plagued out by these. At least I called that. I'm proud of myself calling that was gonna go. Well, a bit of a new lease of life after the pest control. We've come round onto another lake, come off the back of the wind. It's very mild around here. The sun's beating on the far margin and there's quite a few fish. You can sort of see them rolling in the shallow water and it does look good for a bite. I think there's a good number of fish here. So same tactics as before, that little mix I made up, bright yellow pop-ups, over to the far margin. I'm hoping this time it's carp on the end as opposed to tension bream. And from the size of the swells and the plume of bubbles that are coming up, I definitely think it's carp out there, so it's looking very, very promising. Yeah, get the rods out now. The rods are out now, they're in position, and it's looking very, very likely there's a lot of carp out there, and they're actually quite close into us, so we've come back and we're just waiting for a bite basically. We've also seen a massive catfish when, I've just seen it there, do its tail again. There's a massive catfish out there that Joe spotted when he put the drone up to film me dropping the rods. It's huge, I think it's 100 pounder. There's a few 100 pounders in here. I think that's one of them. So as cool as it would be to catch one of them, I'm done with nuisance species for the day. I just want to catch a carp now. So fingers crossed we don't catch that massive catfish. We do actually catch a carp. And like I said, there's quite a few out there, so it's looking quite likely. Something else I've got up to this winter was fishing the Cops Lake at work. Now this lake, it's one of Kevin's lakes. It's on site at the Nash offices. And although it has been a lake in the past that people can fish, over the recent years, it's been drained down, it's been resilted, it's been treated, and it's only recently filled up again. And over the past couple of years, we've put some new fish in. And this spring, it's going to be open again to the public. So you guys can fish it if you want. You can book on the same way that you can fish the Church Lake. And Nash wanted to know how big the fish had gotten, how much weight they'd put on. And he asked if any of us in the office wanted to have a little fish for them. Of course, I volunteered, and I managed to have 36 hours on there. And I ended up catching a few fish. So check out how I got on when I fished there at the beginning of last month. Hello everyone, and welcome to a very exciting day because I am fishing quite a famous lake today. It is the Cops Lake, which we have on the complex here at work. And back in the day, before I even joined Nash, the Cops was infamous for the number of big fish it had. It had numerous 50 pounders, numerous 60 pounders. But then sadly there's a fish kill. So Nash, in recent years, he decided he was going to drain it, relime it, do a load of work to it, fill it up again, restock the fish to open it up again for the public to fish. And I've been very lucky because Kev said that he wants to know sort of the fish that are in here. He wants to see the growth rates of what he's put in. So he's asked a few of us in the office to give it a little test fish. And today is a day that I get to do that. So very, very excited. It's been a nice mild spell, and I think our chances of catching are quite high. Just got here, just got into work this morning, potted around, did a few things as quickly as I could so that I could come up and start fishing. So I'm gonna have a little walk around, see what the situation is, and hopefully we'll catch a Cops fish very soon. I think I've got 2 days here, so the chances of catching are quite high. Yeah, let's see if we can go and make it happen. just going to drop the final rod. Got 4 out, sort of spread along the bank. I've not seen too many. I did see that one show. I did see one swimming around as well. So there's a few about. They are a little bit active, but that sun's trying to break through, and I think if that comes out, I've got a much better chance. So I'm going to leave these rods in position for a couple of hours at least. Hopefully nick one. There we go, first one of the session. Just debating moving this rod because the sun had been out, the fish were getting up the shelf. I was fishing this one at the very bottom of it. I could see that there was a bit of cloud cover coming, so I decided to leave it. And about 20 minutes after making that decision, it's ripped off. And a lovely mid-20 linear is in the net. Lovely. Here he goes, the saddleback limb. Slow, isn't she? One of the best things about fishing the Carps is this. You get the lodge all to yourself when you're on here. So, instead of being sat outside in the freezing cold, just turn the heating on, do a bit of work, hopefully getting interrupted by a bite at some point. It's getting cold now, it's getting dark. Might get one soon, might get one in the night. But for one fish already, I knew it's gonna be difficult, small lake, difficult time of year. I have one already, well happy going into the first night. Morning, and we have had another one in the night. Now, you may look at this and think, what a strange looking carp, but what's actually quite cool about this is that this fish is definitely a Carp's original, or at least a spawn on of a Carp's original. The Emperor was quite famous for the fin rot it had, and sort of successive generations seem to get it more and more. So whilst it looks strange, it looks like it's had some sort of damage, it's actually very natural, and when you look at it, you can't see any sort of signs where the fin's been damaged or the dorsal's been damaged, anything like that. It's just how they naturally come. So if you ever catch a carp like this on the National Lakes complex, you know it's a spawn, or the spawn of a spawn, of one of the Emperor fish. There's a few big ones on the church that are now mid-40 that I've actually caught one of them myself that look just like this. So yeah, weird old carp, but quite a nice story. The fish seem to be much less active today. Weather's come in, it's raining, it's a little bit colder, and as it's so important in winter, those days of sun really spur them on like we did yesterday. And I think today it's a bit of a different story. You can still get a bite out of the blue, still got a few hours left, and had a couple of liners on one rod, the rod that's actually done both the bites, so the fish are still about, but it's not a case of just finding them in winter. Another thing you've got to do is just find them when they actually want to have a bit of a feed, and that feeding spell is going to be so short in the winter period, even short when it's not a sunny day. So we might not get another one, but I'm going to sit out for a few more hours. Hopefully we can nick one more fish. It'd be nice if we catch a 30 pounder as well. Check this one out. He's a cool one, isn't he? Proper last knocking's this one. Just thinking about reeling in, came down, standing by the rods, and it's ripped off. Really, really cool one. Another homegrown one. You can tell by those wilted fins. Yeah, mega fish. If you want a chance to catch fish like this yourself, book on at www.nationallakes.com. Plenty of cool carp in the Carps for you to go for. Sick. So as you can see, quite a successful session there. Some really nice fish in the Carps. They put on a load of weight. So if you do want to fish down there, make sure you book on yourselves. If you search www.nationallakes.com, all the information's on there. We're coming into the evening period of this session now, and I think we're going to stick it out here. There's a lot of carp in front of us. I think they've been basking in the sun on the far margin all day, so I think it's a good bet to stay here. My only worry is that they might move off at some point in the night because it's going to get very, very cold. But I think if that's the case, then they'll be back first thing in the morning when that sun hits that far margin again. So unless something happens between now and sundown, I will see you in the morning. Well, despite what Joe's telling me, he's telling me to stop being a wimp, it was a very cold night last night, and I don't think it did the fish any favours. Although having said that, Joe did actually catch one. Joe ended up fishing just to the right of me, and he nicked quite a nice mirror, so they are catchable at the moment, even though I didn't catch one myself. I think, like I said yesterday, once that sun's hitting the far margin like it is now, we do have a good chance of catching, so we're going to stick it out here for a few more hours. I do think the fish could creep back in. On first light, I had a few liners and Joe did as well, so we feel like they're in the area. There's every chance of a bite. If not, then we're going to go up sticks, move around the complex again and try and find some fish, because there definitely are catchable opportunities today. Joe proved it last night, and I always think with this place that there's always a bite to be had. So I'm sure before the end of the day, I'll have a carp to show you. And the species challenge continues. No bream or tench this time, but a massive catfish. I was just reading the rod in, and I'm pretty sure it's just gone for the pop-up as I've reeled it in. And we have a pretty enormous catfish attached right now. Whether we're going to bring it in or not is another question. But right now the dwarf rods are putting up a sterling effort in trying to tame it. Yeah, I think it's right in the, Jesus Christ, that, I don't know what to do, Joe. Right, it's in the mouth. I don't joke. It's the biggest one I've seen in England, that's for sure. I'm not sure how happy I'm about catching it, but at least it's something for the vlog. Oh my God, multi-species, baby. Yeah. Well, a proper bit of carnage this morning when this beast of a fish, not what we're after, but can't fail but be impressed by it. Ugh, it's so heavy. Yeah, took my pop-up on retrieval. Huge explosion of fry as he went for the pop-up. And although we've got no carp, we've now had a tench, a bream and a cat. Definitely my biggest English cat, just under 80 pounds. Let's try and lift it one more time. Yeah, not what we're after, but what an impressive animal. Don't really know what else to say. Absolutely beasted on the dwarf rods and a size 6 floater claw. Shows you how powerful they are. People always ask me how big are the fish you can catch on them dwarf rods, and I think here's proof you'll be fine with any carp. Ugh, barely hold him. Look at the state of me. I absolutely stink. I've not caught any carp, but this session is tending to be an eventful one, isn't it, Joe? So I think we'll get him back, try and catch some carp. Yeah, there we go, 80-pound catfish. Jesus, that looked like a big animal there, didn't it? They are impressive. They absolutely stink though. Well, I think that's the swim pretty well disturbed after the catfish. Like I said, not what we came for, but you can't fail to be impressed by just the size of them. We are going to move now. Like I said, this swim I think is going to be ruined for quite a while now. Don't think any carp is going to come within 50 metres of it after the action that we've just had. So we're going to go back to the lake that we were on yesterday. I think that we do have a chance on there. That's the best chance of catching a carp today. And that'll be the nice way to finish off this feature, would be to actually catch a carp, because right now we've caught everything but. So on the barrow now, gonna go for a move. come back to the same area as yesterday. We're just going to fish it from the opposite side, see if that line lay makes a difference, because the fish were here yesterday and then we got rods on them and they moved off pretty quickly, so maybe the line angle changing, we'll keep them here longer. We'll give it an hour or so here, see if we can nick one, and then again, if we haven't, we'll stay on the move. It's the theme for this session, it's the theme for this lake. I'm sure today with the sun coming out, the carp are going to be moving around themselves, trying to find the warmest part of the lake, and we've got to stay on our toes and follow them there. So that's the plan for the next hour or so. Hopefully it does the trick. Okay, this is it, the final roll of the dice. One last move before going. Hopefully we get that elusive carp we're after. Oh, is it a carp? I'm very worried that this one's not going to be a carp. Feels quite tenchy. Oh, you're joking. For God's sake. Right, we were just about to call it a day there, just packing up. I thought I'd just drop this rod again whilst we sorted ourselves out. And just as Joe is about to leave, we've had one more fish, and I'm pretty confident in saying that this one is a carp. I'd just seen it as I was pulling it away from the snag, just tail on the water, and it looked like one of the very dark commons that this lake is sort of renowned for. Oh, it feels good to have finally caught a fish. I can't believe we've not had one on the other rod. Fish have well and truly been mugging me off there, and I'd lost all hope until what looks like to be quite a small common, but a carp blank saver, so we'll take it. Oh, lovely carp. It's in the net. Whee! And that's it, the species challenge is complete. With a very nice looking mid-double common. Yeah! Well, I'd well and truly lost hope of catching a carp there. I think Joe had as well. He'd pretty much been ready to walk back to the car park. And the rod I replaced, only been there 10 minutes, screamed off. And it may not be the biggest carp in the world, but when they look like this and they come after the session we've had, they are more than welcome. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of this new series, and please tune in for the next one, because spring. It's going to be even better than here, with plenty of big fish. Welcome to episode 2 of my vlog with Carpology, and what a difference an episode makes. Last time you joined me, it was cold, it was wet, it was horrible, it was the end of winter, but this time, although the sun's not shining quite like the forecast said it would, it's spring, it's green, it's luscious, it's a great time to be out on the bank, and I can't wait to get stuck in. We've got 24 hours at A12 Lakes in Essex. Joe's joined me for this session, and whilst we're going to do this session live, we're also going to look back at what I've been doing this spring, and I can't wait to share with you some of the captures I've had this spring. I've been very lucky, caught some amazing carp, which I can't wait to show you. But until that point, let's get the rods out, hopefully catch an early carp, and then look back on the spring that I've had so far.
Didn't you choose that one?
Oh, yeah. found some fish straight away. I don't want to waste any time. I'm gonna get a bait mix made up, try and catch a few carp. It's a little corner swim, so we might not spend the whole 24 hours here, but I think there's a good chance of nicking a bite. For this base mix of the bait mix, I'm gonna start with this new test bait pellet we've got. I've used this quite a lot this spring, and I've caught a lot of carp on it. It's really low oil content, so as the water's warming up, it really is a fantastic bait to be using. Should be coming out in the next 12 months, say, so keep your eyes peeled. Next up, a few handfuls of 12mm boilies. I don't like going crazy with boilies on venues like this where they're really pressured, because I do find that it's what most people use. They can spook off of them. So the majority of my mix is made up of particle, because that's something that gets used a little bit less, I'd say. One of the little jars of large seed mix. We're only here for 24 hours. We're just gonna be setting little traps. I don't think we're gonna be going through a lot of bait, so I don't need to use a massive jar of this. So I just use one of the little jars. A little jar of sweet corn as well. That fleck of bright yellow just gives you a nice, we can get into it. Right, cut, there we go. Gives you a nice option for hook bait colours, I find, by having that fleck of yellow. Can I get it out without slicing my hands open though? Well, there we go. And then finally, the greatest carp bait of all time, hemp. All my mixes consist really heavily of hemp. Carp they just absolutely love it, and the hemp that we make is unbelievable. So that has been a huge part of my fishing of late, making up this nice mix. I'm gonna set tiny little traps, little pop-ups over the top, just a handful like that in the baiting pole. I think we can nick a pretty early bite doing just that. So I'm gonna let all those juices soak into the pellet, make them super, super attractive. Don't waste any of that goodness from the particle and the hemp. And whilst that's soaking in there, we'll get the rod sorted. And I'm praying for a quick bite. After last episode, catching nothing but carp until right till the end. Let's see if we can get an early one. And I'm told there's no catfish, no bream, no tension here, so that multi-species challenge we did last time, it won't be on the table. Right, that is 3 rods in position, and I'm feeling quite hopeful. There's a lot of fish crashing all over the lake, but there does seem to be a good group on the wind here. I think it's a swim that doesn't get fished much, so I'm feeling confident for a quick bite. Whilst we wait for that hopeful quick bite, let's take you back to what was actually ended up being quite a surprising capture. All I wanted to do for the entirety of 2023 was catch a Canal 50 pounder. That was my one big goal for the year. And I was fortunate enough for, even though I'd planned out my entire year around trying to catch this target fish, I was fortunate enough for within 3 hours of my very first session to actually go on and achieve that target.
Well, morning everyone. Sorry for the bad head and the state that I look like, but there's very good news. Now, first session was last night. Drove after work, got to where I want to target, spend a little bit of time. I know there's a couple in here that will do that weight. Walked up and down the canal with the mega light, found a few fish. Eventually, like literally the last 100 meters of what I was looking at, put rods on it. Hour later, get a bite, and would you believe it? It's a 50 pounder. So campaign over, I guess. Yeah, I've got it in the sack now, so I'm gonna get it out, show you. I'm so excited to see it. It is a sick carp. And then we'll have a little think about what we're gonna do with, well, not just the rest of today, because I've got a show to go to tomorrow, so I've still got another day fishing, but also for the rest of my spring, because like I said, this is my spring campaign, and I've done it, and it's not even really spring yet, so, it's a good morning. Are you ready to see one of the most wicked carp I think I've ever seen? The strain in this canal are so sick. Don't listen to people when they say France is full of pale horrible ones, because parts of France have absolute gems like this. Check that out. £50 line from the canal. 2 hours into the campaign. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Winter's gone, spring's here, and look what we are catching. Come on. Wicked, wicked carp. Yes.
Pretty incredible. What a carp. I got very, very lucky there, but sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Because I was over in France, I was actually over in France for a show, and after the show I was supposed to carry on fishing the canals, like I said, for this £50 I was after, but because I'd done that, I was at a bit of a loose end. So after asking a few people about a few spots worth visiting, a few lakes that might have a few decent fish in, Samir gave me a pin, and I went to a days only public lake and just had the most incredible session there as well.
Hello everyone, you join me back in France after a very successful start on the canal, followed by a not so successful trip in terms of fishing at the National Day, but in terms of drinking beer with European teams, we were very successful in that. But now back to fishing. I've got 4 days before I need to go on quite a big shoot with Dan from the UK and Lauriane from the French team. So it made no sense to go back to England because we're going to do the shoot in France. I'm staying here for 4 days. I'm going to work from the bank and fish what looks like a pretty nice lake. The only thing I've got to do now is do a couple of laps, unload the van, sort of figure out where I'm fishing. Never fished it before. Samir gave me a few pins at the show, said check these places out. Gone and looked at a few lakes, and this is the one I like the most. So I'm gonna fish here. Don't really know what's in here. Samir's not fished it for a good few years either, so a bit of a mystery. It's all part of the fun. So finish the lap and get cracking. Absolute carnage, crap everywhere, but a bit of a race against time to get everything out. So I think the plan is I'm going to crack on, get the rods out. It's all going to be in the dark, so there's no point filming it, but I'll see you guys in the morning, hopefully with a fish. Yeah, I'm not so sure what the rules are here, so I could also be paid a visit by the Garde de Pêche at some point, which may throw a spanner in the works, but that's all part of this public lake fishing. Yeah, you never really know what the rules are. So I'm going to crack on. See you guys in the morning, hopefully with a fish. If not, for a little update, I'll show you exactly where I'm fishing. Well, I told you I'd see you in the morning with a fish. We have 2. Very big carp. I think one. The common is a mid-50, the mirror is a mid-40. Well, I have to speak quite loudly so you can hear me on the mic, but after what was a calamitous night since I last saw you, I'm going to catch up with you all in a minute about what happened. But I had a little plan. Julie said it would come together. Got the rods out this morning. I'll explain all that later. 2 hours later, double take. The first, £45 mirror. Beautiful fish. Absolutely blown away with it. What more could you want? An even bigger one. Got an even bigger common in the net as well. Gonna get him out now and show you. But what a star. I love it. Public lake fishing in France in spring. It doesn't get any better. Mega. Thank you, Carp. Ah. Oh. Thought it was a bit bigger. Not that much bigger. £61. Public lake common. Ah, ooh la la. There we go. What do you say to that? New PB common, new French PB. Over £100 of carp in 10 minutes. Look at it, man. Wicked. France is just the best. And you get all this for a €100 fishing license. That's the one. Oh, thank you. Big carp. Well, about 12 hours ago I was feeling very, very different. So last time I spoke to you, besides those fish just then, which I can't quite believe I've just caught, last time I spoke to you I was just come across a lake on the boat ready to set up. Like I said, I didn't really know what the rules were, and a lot of the time with this French public fishing you kind of just got to go for it and someone will hopefully tell you what the rules are, because they don't have rules pinned up anywhere. Samir gave me the pin, but he's not fished it for 3 or 4 years, so he doesn't really know what's left in here. He doesn't know if there's been any changes in the rules, so I thought I'd just set up and see what happens. So I'm setting up, everything's sorted, just on dark, about to put my first rod out. The campsite owner comes over to me and he goes, you're not allowed to use the boat here, and you're not allowed to use, you're not allowed to night fish. I'm thinking, for God's sake, like, I've just brought everything over. It's like a 3-hour job to sort all that stuff out, and he tells me that, so I'm thinking what to do. And the plan I come up with is there's a gravel pit connected to a river. It's about a 2-mile walk. I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep here tonight 100% and fish tomorrow and maybe the day after, because I'm pretty shattered. I need to get some work done. I'm actually supposed to be working now, so I should probably get my laptop in a minute. But I'll go down to the gravel pit and when it gets dark and put in maybe 10 kilos of boilies on the entrance to the gravel pit where it joins the river. It's always a good spot on any river, on any of these big lakes connecting to the rivers in Europe. It's always worth a look. So I thought I'd do that, and I'll come back here, pull a sneaky one. It's going to be midnight at that point, and I'm going to put in a lot of bait, like 15 kilos of all different bits: scope pit squid, 12 millers, 15 millers, 20 millers, tiger nut slush, oily hemp, large seed mix, loads of sweet corn, just loads and loads of just goodness for the carp, because I don't think they're going to see that very often here. About sort of 60 yards out, I found a nice sort of trough where I thought they could be, and I'll just fill it in, casting distance, and then tomorrow I'll cast over it, give it 2 days of fishing, two full days, today and tomorrow, and see if anything happens. So baited up, got back, absolutely soaking wet through. It was raining so hard last night, really questioning my sanity. By the time I got to bed it was 2 AM, I was freezing cold, really thinking, is this effort going to pay off? I end up going to, setting an alarm for 6:15, which is just before sunrise, to cast out, snooze my alarm. Thank God I did, because the Garde de Pêche came round at 6:30 to make sure I wasn't fishing. Thankfully I wasn't. I might have been if I didn't snooze my alarm, but I do love a good lie-in, so thankfully it's paid off this time. Anyway, so that was all fine. Cast out about sort of 7:30ish time. I got all the rods out. There was a lot of fish activity, a lot of them were boshing, so I felt quite confident. Anyway, I must have drifted off again, and then I got woken about 8:30 to an absolute screamer, 45-pound mirror. I can't believe it. I thought that the tactic might work, but not this quickly, so very happy with that. Just as I net it, my other rod goes. Maybe like a minute after I've netted it, the rod goes. Playing it, this one feels better, feels much better. In the net, looks a lot bigger. 61 pound, and that's what you've just seen there. So the plan is coming together, and I don't think I'm going to be moving down to that gravel pit connected to the river if the stock is what it looks like it could be in here, which I'm very glad about as well, because to get down there, like I said, it's a 2-mile walk. I don't even know how I was going to get there. I don't need to now. I'm going to stay put. Days only. Come on. Temperatures are really dropping here. I think it's gonna be a cold night. No more action today, which is a bit disappointing, but after that just crazy half an hour I had this morning, yeah, I'm still buzzing off of that. I think I will be for a couple more days, so I'm not too bothered that we didn't catch. I'm going to do the same I did last night. I'm going to reel the rods in. I've got about 15 minutes of light left. I'm going to reel them in, just get everything ready, bang on, ready to go first thing in the morning, and then I'm going to go to the car and get a fresh load of bait, and go out and drop another 15 kilos, I think. I think that's the best thing to do. I think I got cleared out. I think that was the problem. I think that the fish I saw showing around the spot this morning were the last of the fish feeding. I just managed to nick those couple of bites. So I think if I don't put more bait in, then I don't think they'll be here tomorrow, because I don't think there's any bait left. So that's the plan. Wait till it gets dark, sneak out in the boat again and put a little bit more bait out. if that works tomorrow and the same sort of thing happens, if I get a bite or two in the morning and nothing out throughout the rest of the day, I'm going to actually put even more out the following night. My plan is to stick here now. Baiting and waiting, it ain't my style at all, but sometimes I feel like you've got to do it, and where I'm doing a little bit of work on my laptop as well whilst I'm here, I can't really be chasing the carp around as much as I normally like to, so for now it's the perfect approach for me. So yeah, first day session here, over 100 pounder carp. Yeah, that'll do, I think, that'll do. So unless I catch one in the next 10 minutes, I will see you guys in the morning. Again, like I'm going to say every single night here, hopefully with a carp to show you. I can't quite believe what I'm about to say, but this fish is even bigger than yesterday's. Let me get him up for you and show you. 64. Seems crazy even saying it. 64 pounds. Ridiculous. Powerful common carp, exactly the same time as yesterday. I was just laying in bed, actually fell in the edge, so I'd taken my ZT joggers off, just getting warm under the bed, thinking I had a bite about this time yesterday, and it's ripped off, and I had an absolute beasting of a fight, and look what we have caught. Oh my god, this session is unbelievable. Don't be put off by days only venues, don't be put off by public water fishing, because look what you can catch. Oh my god, special fish. I feel honoured to have caught it. I feel happy to be able to show you guys as well. Thank you, mate. Right, let's get him back. Crazy. Crazy times. Gotta love them. Cheers, mate. I knew we were due a bloody bite. Well, I knew we were due a bite there. Like I said, there's a lot of fish on the end of that wind. I was almost getting a little bit worried there. Just been going in, thinking about feeding some mixers down the bank a little bit, and it's busted off. Oh, love it when a plan comes together nice and early. The shows had slowed right down, and you're just starting to get a little bit worried that maybe they'd moved off. Don't think it's the biggest fish in the world, but we'll take him. Ooh. Awful netting that. Horrendous netting, but at least he's in there. Come on, first one. Bit better than last episode, wasn't it? Sweet. Well, there we go. A lovely little A12 mirror to kick things off. Rods haven't been out long, maybe an hour, and there's still fish showing, so I think we've got another chance. I think the fish may have spawned recently. This one's got a little mark on this side. He looks a little bit down on weight, so we might struggle to get a real big in this trip, but if you got one a little bit bigger than this, that'd be great. But I'm more than happy. This little mirror to kick things off. Yeah, happy days. Slipping back, see if we can get another one. I really thought we had a chance for another one there. A little bit gutted, but to catch one so quickly, we've still got so much of the session ahead of us, so I can't get too disheartened. We've actually seen quite a few fish sort of opposite us over there, crashing just off the wind. So we're gonna move over there now. Similar sort of tactics, sneakily dropping a few traps with a baiting pole. I don't think they're gonna respond well to a lot of bait here or crashing out with a spot, anything like that. Not when we've got such a short time ahead of us. I think little traps can be the way forward. Move around, stay on top of them. So that's the plan. Gonna reel in, head over to where we've seen a few fish. Fingers crossed, we catch one more, at least one more. We've definitely got to catch at least one more. I think we've got a few more in us.
boats are out in a new swim and it looks really good. A lot of feeding fish out here, bubbling all over the place. Almost, we couldn't decide where we wanted to put a rod, but I'm feeling much happier around here. It feels a lot warmer as well out of that cold wind. So I think we've got a good chance. Whilst we wait for that bite, let's look at another segment of what I've been doing in my spring. A lot of my spring fishing has been over in Europe. I do love my European fishing on those big public lakes, and that's what I've spent most of my spring months doing. Sadly, I couldn't bring the camera along for all of them because some of them are films for Nash or for other projects, so I can't share all the details of what I've been doing over in Europe this spring. But one session that I went over to France with Jacob Worth, I did bring the camera along. It was massively successful, and I still smile just thinking about how well that session went. So I hope you enjoy this little segment of myself and Jacob Worth over in France. Welcome everyone to France, where Jacob Worth and I have been out making a film for the past couple of days. It has been very, very prolific. We actually stopped filming last night, but we carried on fishing, had quite a few fish, and we're into one again now. The plan is land this carp, get on the road and head to a new venue because filming was so prolific, we've actually got a few extra days. We're going to do a bit of personal fishing, go to a cool lake nearby that I know of. First, I'll bring this carp in to show you into the camera. Here we go, this is pretty typical of what we've been catching. We have had a few bigger ones, but this sort of mid to upper 20 is pretty standard for what we've been having. Been a great couple of days with Jacob, and now we've got two more on a new venue. Somewhere I've fished before, really, really enjoy it, so I'm hoping to get a bit more success as well. Slipping back, get on the road, head to the next venue where we spend the next couple of nights.
Right, just got to the lake and no other anglers on. You always get a little bit worried about these this type of public lake fishing, that you might go to a venue and it's stitched up, especially in the spring, but thankfully no one's here, and that is the best thing about moving lakes on a Sunday, because most of the time people are pulling off for the weekend, you rock up, you got the best choice of swims, and that's what's happened here. So me and Jacob are very excited. It looks amazing. Just in case now that big van sort out, getting the boats out and then going for a little explore, finding some carp, getting rods into position. I know that if you're on fish here, it's not too difficult, so it might take a little bit of time to find them, but once we've found them, it should be a case of getting quite a few bites. So I'm gonna get to work. Hopefully it won't be too long till we caught one. There's a few nice fish in here, really nice fish. Hopefully we get one or two.
A little edge here is because the water's so shallow that when the carp feed, it really stirs it up. Add a bit of spod cloud to the mix. By doing this, when the bait's been put down, it creates that cloud and the fish think that there's other fish feeding on it. Gets a lot of quick bites.
That's the giant. Yeah, yeah. Oh
Yes!
That'll be a bite. That's a screamer.
That's an absolute lemon peeler. Orange screamer. Chaos!
Haven't you just redone that rod as well?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Good angling.
Jacob has got an absolute one toner and he's out in the lake. Now I would come and do something with it, but there's no need because it should get stuck in the weed in a minute. You want to go out in my boat?
What's that?
Do you want to go out in my boat with an engine?
It'd be pretty nice, yeah. That'd be nice, mate.
Do not run over any of my lines. I don't have the long lens on, so I can't show you exactly what's happening, but I'll describe it to you. There's a lot of spinning in the boat, a lot of frantic reeling, a lot of hand lining now. I'm not really sure if it's still on. I hope it's still on. Oh, it's still on. I just saw it splash. Come on, Jacob. Oh, he's picked the rod up. He's picked the rod up again. Back in action. Oh, he needs this. He's been stressing for the past 3 hours. He's got it. Woo! Thank God for that.
Update. Henry rods out immediately. Bosch, electric motor. Jacob, little boat. Went round the lake. Took me ages with an oar. Probably overdoing it a bit, trying to look for spots that maybe definitely have fish on them. But then Henry's caught straight away, so it's clear that it's clearly not that important.
It's not that it's not important.
Not that it's not important, but I'm looking for tiny spots, seeing carp, but I think there's a lot of fish in here. So yeah, me and Henry had a bit of a discussion. I was getting very stressed out. And I was decided just to keep it simple, and one of the rods that I put right at the start is just ripped off, and I've got myself a lovely mirror, which is, I'm feeling zen. It's a nice carp, mate.
Good.
Nice scaly one. 46, just over 46 pounds.
Yes!
That's one of the big ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get in.
Right.
Smashed it. Let's get some pictures of it. Quick time, because we've got all the others to do.
Well,
don't lose it.
I won't. This has been probably one of the craziest couple of days of fishing I've ever had, Jacob, I'd say, because before this it was pretty insane, and now we've had just the most ridiculous afternoon of fishing I think I've ever had. Topped off, I think, 6 or 7 bites with this mid 40.
Oh,
Brute.
And I'm in.
Oh.
I'm in. Oh, what do you do? Leave it. It'll get stuck in the weed. Let's worry about the carp.
This is crazy.
Right, mate. Put it back in the sack. I'm going to get my fish and I'll take some pictures for you.
Okay, sweet.
Right, Henry's Commons just battered him and got away. But
Go
luckily
get
we got
your
some video.
fish.
Go on. Let me go out and get mine.
Still going. This is insane
Mate,
fishing.
Good job. I didn't rush and get loads of rods out because I don't think we've been able to keep up.
No. I don't think so either. Just ridiculous. Just crazy. I was about to do photos of that common, then I had 2 more fish, so I went out, got them, came back, did the photos of that common, and as you've just seen, Jacob's in himself. So 46 pound common, I reckon I've got 3 30 pound commons, put a few smaller ones back. Jacob's got a nice 20 pound mirror. He's playing one now. I knew this place could be prolific, but not this prolific. This is just mind-blowing. I think you may be seeing just the odd shot here and there as we try and sort ourselves out, because it is just manic at the moment. Right, I'm hoping he's the smallest one. He's a cool one. There's a chance I've caught this one because he looks very familiar, but...
Slate grey.
All commons do. So I'm
right.
Put this one in its way. I don't want to picture this one, Jacob.
You don't want a picture?
No.
You absolute hero.
There we go.
Right.
Slip him back.
Off it goes.
Thank you, mate.
Oh. State of a mate.
This is crazy. This is so mental.
I feel like we need to just reel in and drive off and have a party tonight to celebrate.
No, I'm going to catch some more.
Mate, that is just ridiculous.
Crazy one. Right, quick picture?
Yeah, this one deserves a picture.
Like I said, that was crazy. I finally managed to put some new clothes on, chill out for a second, reevaluate, and soak it in a little bit. Yeah, that was quite enjoyable. That was really, really fun. Sun's setting now. It is looking very beautiful here.
I'm gonna put those other 2 rods out. I need to wait for it to get dark so I can go out with the moonshine and make sure I find the spots, because it's all sight where I'm looking at my spots. I'm not using the echo besides the GPS to find where I'm going, but when I get there I'm actually looking at the clear spot. So with the light fading now, I can't put those rods back out. I need it to be completely dark so I can go out with the moonshine. If I catch anything in the night that's worth keeping, I'll keep it and show you first thing in the morning. If not, I'll just slip it back. So the next time you see me will be tomorrow morning. I think we'll have a few more, so I will be reporting back with a carp, I imagine, as will Jacob. As predicted, it was quite a busy night. I think I had 3, Jacob had 2 or 3 as well. Jacob had a very big one, a very, very big one. I had a couple of decent commons, a mid-30 and a 40, so I've saved them to show you. But the star of the show is definitely Jacob this time, so we're going to get the fish out now, show you what we've got. Like I said, last night was pretty hectic, as I'm sure you could have expected based off how frantic the day before was. This is my biggest, touch over 40 pound. So wait for him to calm down. Seems to be a lot of commons in here. It's right by quite a big river, and I think that a lot of the locals catch commons out of the river and then move them in here, and they've just grown massive. As river carp, they get moved into the lake, always seem to. And Jacob knows that because he's caught an even bigger one. You ain't getting away from me, pal. Right, you ready?
Yeah. You got it. No way if you just dived and caught it.
Told you, ain't getting away.
Sick, mate. Lovely carp. Right, pictures before you lose it.
Yeah. Not sure how much of that other carp you saw because it swam out. It went mental and I couldn't manage to keep hold of it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Uh-oh. That was my other one.
We knew one was going to escape.
I'm glad it was the smaller one.
Yeah. So that was a £30 common. I think I'm going to take my 50 onto the bank.
I think so too. Yeah, let's go check out Jacob's very big carp. And yeah, he got away. So now though, it is time for the big dog. Jacob caught a new PB, £52. Didn't you, Jacob?
Come on.
So we can get that out, show you that one. I've not even seen it yet. He caught it in the night and just came back and said, I've caught 52. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. We've got a few more hours until dark basically, till we need to go home. Like I said, it was not going to be a big trip, this one. We've been away filming. We had a few days left because it was so productive to film. So we decided to make the most of it, go fishing somewhere else. And this has been ridiculously productive as well. I'd say the last 3-4 days have been the most productive of my entire angling life. So it's nice when it all comes together. That's May for you. That's France for you. I'm sure we're going to get a few more after we take a look at Jacob's big in here. Well, you wouldn't have seen Jacob's 30s because they got away. Thankfully this one didn't. We took him onto the bank because it is absolutely enormous. Go on, Jacob, show us your new PB, mate. Look at the size of that.
Mosh.
Incredible. Well done, mate. That is a special fish.
Thanks for bringing me.
No worries.
What a trip.
Still got a few more hours as well. Mega
One of the big ones, hasn't it?
I think I think it's top 3, top 4 from what I know.
Let's get it back, my arms are hurting.
Well done, mate. And as predicted, one more carp each. And this is a real cool one. I wanted a mirror from here, I've not had one yet. And what a mirror to catch. That makes the end of not just a good couple of days in France, good 5 or 6 days. You only saw the latter half of it. But what a session it was. Sick,
mate. That is an unbelievable fish. Yeah, mental.
So we're going to head back to the in-session we're doing now in the UK, whilst Jacob and I pack up and make our way to Eurotunnel. Thanks for watching.
One of my downfalls are that when I've got a cameraman with me, I do like to go for little explores off, trying to find other opportunities, and just done that then, and the rod, according to Joe, he said it pulled up tight, the tip started bending over, and we're into our second fish of the session.
Apparently so, it's quite clear.
No, I mean apparently either it pulled up slow, rod tip bent over. I don't know what the bite was, so I'll take your word for it. And let me just manoeuvre this one out there. But he definitely feels a little bit bigger than the last one. Not that that's very difficult. Oh, we're just getting a bit worried there as well. We hadn't had a bite. It was really feeling like you were chasing them around, dropping rods on them, they're moving off. We just put this one long, and that's the one that went. Happy days. There we go, in the net. Number 2. Yes, get in there. Just starting to get a little bit worried then. Oh, wicked. And the best thing is, fishing with barbless, they come straight out. And this is if I could give one tip to anyone, if anyone ever listens to me ever about fishing, it's this point here. If you're fishing with barbless hooks and you're worried that you're going to drop some, make sure you use claw hooks, because you just won't drop fish with them. They are the best hook pattern in the world. Pretty much all I use now. When it comes to barbless hooks, they're just on another level. So that's my top tip for barbless hooks. Number 2 of the day, coming shortly after that move, getting bigger, a lovely old one. Nice scale pattern on him. Yeah, happy days. Thought we'd get one a little bit quicker, just like I did at the first place. Seems like the carp aren't quite as on it as I'd hoped for, so we'll have to wait a little bit for bites, but I'm sure we'll get a few more. I'm gonna carry on with the same tactic. If that sun comes out, I'm gonna have a go on the top, because I know it's good float of water, but for the time being, rinse and repeat. I'm sure before nightfall comes, we'll catch 1 or 2 more. After much deliberation, to and fro-ing, and despite the fact we've not had another bite, I am going to do the night here. There's still fish about, I can see them feeding, there's the odd one jumping, and to be honest, there's fish all over the place, so I think the best thing to do is lay some traps, wait for the fish to feel comfortable and feed, because chasing them around I don't think is quite the best tactic. So that's the plan. I'm going to watch the water, see where the fish are, lay some traps, and I'm hoping that either throughout the night or at first light I'll get a bite. I'll show you that in the morning. Until then, why don't you check out a bit of floater fishing that I got to. Nash have recently brought out a whole new range of floater fishing tackle, so I decided to go out for an afternoon, test it out, see what it's like. So yeah, have a look at that, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, welcome to a bit of floater fishing. Now, a lot of the new Nash floater stuff's come into stock, so I thought, beautiful day, come out, try it out, see what it's like, because I've not actually used it myself yet, so that's the plan for the day. Just going to do the afternoon, try and catch a carp or 2. This lake, actually, I was going to spend quite a bit of my spring on here, hopefully, because there's a really cool old mirror in here that I really wanted to catch. However, my first session down here, somehow I managed to fluke it out. So whilst I get a few fish feeding on mixers, check out the big one that I caught from here within about 2 hours of starting my campaign. And much like the big Canal linear that you've already seen, it just shows how lucky I've been this spring is probably the best way to describe it. Yep, that's how I slept last night. In the rain, trying to be all cool and carpy. It did not work. Never in my life I wanted my hide so bad. It's a bit of a walk for the carpet, so I thought I'd strip down as much as possible. I don't know what I was thinking. A hide weighs about 3 kilos. So I just brought that old umbrella. I was gonna stash it down here. Yeah, terrible idea, absolutely terrible idea. I slept awfully. I also slept awfully because I caught one on my first night down here, and not just one, the one that I've fished here for. So
let's get that out so I can show you, and then I'm going to get home and get some sleep, because as you can see from behind me, I didn't sleep much in that last night at all. But I'm very happy this morning. Oh, I love it when a campaign's a quick one. Here we go. Upper 30, really old Park Lake mirror. Cool old carp. Job done. Well happy with that. That cool old carp. Real nice one. Go. Not the biggest fish in the world, but a couple of hours floater fishing, testing out the new floater gear, I'll take it. Definitely messed up a few chances there, and probably could have had one or two more, but that's fishing, you don't always catch them.
Nice pristine one though, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a lovely little carp, and it's been good fun. I'm not really fishing much, like I said, it's supposed to be my spring water, but because I caught my target so quickly, I'm not really paying much attention to it. But
beautiful venue.
Yeah, definitely will come back here a few more times, so we'll slip him back. Let's get back to the session that we're doing with Joe now over at A12 Lakes. A very busy night. Sadly, not with loads of carp for me. I had plenty of bream. Joe fished as well. He caught a few bream, had a few carp as well, as he normally does on these shoots. He does show me up, I won't lie. But then thankfully, just before first light, I did have a carp. A pretty cool one as well. Not massive. We've been so unlucky with the size of fish on this trip. I know that A12 Lake has got a lot of nice carp in. The average size is sort of low 20 with a good number of 30 pounders. So to catch so many small ones, yeah, it's a bit frustrating, but not the end of the world. At least we had a few. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. We're gonna wrap it up now, slip this carp back, and then I will see you for the next episode where we look back at my summer fishing. I've got loads of exciting things planned, can't wait to share them with you, and hopefully there's a lot of big carp in the upcoming episode, as there is in this one, to share with you. Great. Welcome to the vlog. Welcome back to another episode of the vlog. Firstly, thank you so much to everyone who watched the last one and sent me nice messages. I think it's made it quite clear to me that people just love to see big fish, because there was quite a few big fish in that last one. I was even surprised myself at how many I managed to catch. I'd love to say it's the same this time around, but it isn't quite going to have as many of those monsters that we had in the spring episode, but there's still a few nice ones in this one, so I hope you enjoy it. We're going to run through what I've been up to this summer, the fishing I've been getting into, the trips I've been on, and also we're going to have the session piece, as we always do, the same format. For this episode, we are down at the Carp Society's Horseshoe Lake in the Cotswolds. It's a beautiful lake. It's a lake that I never fish as much as I'd like to. Whenever I come down here, I leave those gates thinking, I want to come back, I want to fish here again. But with it being so far away, I never get around to doing it. So I thought it was the perfect place, the perfect excuse to come down for this vlog episode. We would have started a little bit earlier, but unfortunately, Joe, when he put Horseshoe Lake into his sat nav, it took him to the wrong Horseshoe Lake. So we're a little bit behind schedule. We're a little bit behind schedule, but it shouldn't matter too much. I got here last night, put a bit of bait out, and the rods are on the dance floor now. So hopefully we catch a few over the course of this session to show you. It's not the first time I fished here this summer. I was actually down here for the Festival of Carp open weekend that the Carp Society put on. It is
like a mini show. There's people come down and visit. There's lots of other brands here. Really, really enjoyable. They do it every year, and I'm always a big fan of this event, not just because it's such a great event, but also because we get the rods out and do a bit of fishing. So whilst we wait for the first bite of the session, first carp bite of the session, let's take you back to the start of summer, back here at Horseshoe for the Festival of Carp weekend. Welcome to the Horseshoe Festival of Carp. Now, we got down here last night, struggled to get a couple of rods out, but this morning we've woken up and there's fish fizzing all over us. So it's action station. Myself, got Nige down here, and Curly. We've got rods out before the customers arrive for the day, and Curly has just had one. So let's go check that out, and I'll give you a run through of what is actually going to happen today. You've had one then?
I have, mate, yeah.
How did that happen? Little zig?
Magic, mate, little zig.
Just as we're swapping over to bottom baits?
Crying for a zig, innit?
Yeah, go on, let's have a look. Is it a good one?
Mid-20 probably.
Mid-20. Go on, Curly.
Yes.
Ooh. That's a party fish, isn't it? It wasn't the party fish. It was just another VS stock. It looked quite similar, but it's a nice one. So we'll get him out, show you, and then crack on with what's going to be a very enjoyable day, I'm sure. So I was just about to get Curly's fish out, and my rod that I just dropped with the baiting pole's gone. Just trying to keep it out of the weed. But with this rain coming in, we thought they were going to move out of Summer Bay, but thankfully they've stayed in for a little bit, long enough for us to get a bite. I just need to bring it in through all this weed, which with barbless hooks is always a bit of a worry.
Alright, now you know.
Oh, Curly, that was bang on for it.
You're not stabbing at it.
Whee! I felt a lot of pressure there with everyone watching me. Cheers. We're back.
We're back.
All right, sweet. That'll do. Right, should we get them out now?
Great shot, innit?
Great shot, yeah, I think so. Right, well, we finally started fishing properly this morning, didn't we? And it didn't take long. We both got one. Curly's on a zig, mine on the bottom. Yeah, happy days. Not a bad little start.
That'll do, innit?
Too right. Mega carp. Sick, nice one. Right, I've just come back from doing my talk. What's going on here, Ben? That looks like my rod.
I think I snared one, haven't I?
You snared one? Weren't you just let the kids reel them in, as opposed to just pushing them out the way? Look at all these kids waiting to reel one in, and you've just taken it from them. Unbelievable. Is it a nice one?
Yeah, it's right. She'll do.
There we go. Right, there's plenty of fish being caught, and I thought I'd just take a little moment whilst we have a moment between the captures to say why we're here. So we're here with Bristol Angling Centre. There's a big festival on, organised by the Carp Society at Horseshoe. And yeah, it's all of the brands come together, showcase their gear, do a bit of fishing, have a few beers. It's been going on for quite a while now, and it's always a really good weekend. Me and Curly last year, it was one of our greatest angling performances together ever, wasn't it, Curly?
We should have made like British team.
Yeah, it was impressive last year. We basically we fluked a good session on Winter Point, and we've talked about it in the office ever since. So it's not looking like that yet, but it's slowly getting towards that level, isn't it? We'll catch a few more. So Nigel's had one. We'll just show you Nigel's fish, and then I'm sure in the next hour or so we'll have another one. So we have had quite a few fish now. Obviously just put back that really, really nice scaly original, which I'm buzzing about, but I think the plan is now to try and keep them here, to put a little bit of bait in. Right now I've been just fishing for bites, but me and Nige have decided, teamwork, innit, Nige? Teamwork, mate. We're going to put loads of bait out, probably like 4 or 5 kilos of boilies, and hopefully that'll hold the fish here, get them moving around as well, so we can fish them a little bit more effectively, and then we can start just casting pop-ups over the top. So got a lot of bait to put out, and hopefully we will catch a few more of these awesome horseshoe carp. A big old storm was on its way, and thankfully me and Nige managed to get the bait out in time. rods are out. Hopefully get on in the night, show you first thing in the morning, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a case of hunkering down for the night, because as you can see, there's a big old storm coming. Hey Curly, we're gonna catch a big one tonight.
I will, you won't.
Big carp weather, come on. Oh, look how tired my eyes are. And I didn't even catch anything last night. I had a great night's sleep, but nothing to report. I think Nige had a tench, and that was about it. But the fish are still there in Summer Bay. We've got a few more hours, gonna redo the rods and try and get one more carp to sign off on. There we go. Ooh. We're in. There we go, great end to a fantastic weekend at Horseshoe. Love coming down here, seeing everyone, seeing all the visitors, but most importantly, I always say this when we come to these Horseshoe events, you get to fish as well and catch really cool carp like this. So I'm going to slip him back now, very happy with how the weekend's gone, and head off home. So you join us back from the open day at Horseshoe, and we returned to Horseshoe for the in-session. And as always is the case with these vlogs, we can't stay in one place for too long, we're moving. The gentleman to my right, he's the only other person who's fishing this part of the lake. He's just left, and as he left, he came to say that he'd had a few fish, but every single bite came between sort of 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. in the morning. And I make him right, it does seem like the fish are moving out of here in the day, and they won't come back until at the very earliest the evening time. So instead of sitting here waiting for them, let's go chase them. Let's go over to Summer Bay, where I've just been and seen a few carp. Try and catch a couple of carp there during the afternoon period, and then we'll come back here, get the rods out for the evening in preparation for hopefully a morning smash up. So without further ado, let's get on our toes, go catch some fish. Situations like this where the Bushwhacker Pro with the deeper attachment really comes into its own. I've got fish out in front of me, they're fizzing, they're feeding, but it's quite a weedy bay. And if you were dropping blind, there's a real high chance you're just going to be dropping into a big bunch of weed. By having the deeper attachment, I know exactly what I'm dropping on. I know that I'll be dropping in a clear area, I'm fishing and presented, and I won't be wasting a chance of catching a carp. That's it, rods are out, move complete, and it's time to sit in the shade, get out the sun. It's pretty hot today, and considering how bad the weather's been all summer, it's typical that just as we start to enter into autumn, the weather starts to get bright and sunny. Although, having said that, there was a couple of days this summer where we've had decent weather, and one of those days I headed off to Walthamstow Reservoir with Jacob Ware to try and catch my first carp from the complex. Despite living in London for nearly 2 years now, never really interested me to have a go there, but I thought I'd make that right, have a go and try and catch my first carp from the complex. So check out how I got on. Welcome to Walthamstow, and despite the fact I've lived in London for 2 years now, I've never actually caught a carp from this famous capital complex. So I've roped in the help of, can I call you a Walthamstow legend?
Not really.
Walthamstow legend, Jacob, because we're going to France tomorrow and Jacob still doesn't have his driving licence, so it means I have to do all the driving. So it's only fair that in return he gives me a little guided tour of Walthamstow and we go and try and catch my first Walthamstow carp. So that's the plan. I've got the barrel loaded up with bottom bait gear and floaters on Jacob's instruction. I'm going to see if we can go catch, yeah, my first Walthamstow fish.
Come on. That might be the big one. That might be the big one, Henry. Yeah, I think that's the big one, you know. That's my main target.
Is it?
Yeah,
wow.
That's my...
Probably shouldn't fish for it then.
Shut up, I'm not going to be here till the end of the year. Get a rod out.
Jacob's taken me on a right merry dance around the whole complex, and saw some big fish, especially in the Copper Mill. I was really hoping we'd get one in there. I'd love to catch one out there, but they've been a bit spooky. We've come round to the back of 3, is it, Jacob?
Lake 3, yeah.
Back of Lake 3, and we found some fish in the edge under a famous bush that I believe Jacob knows all about. He's caught the big one from here. I'm not fishing there just for that reason. I have seen some fish there, so I'm going to get a rod out with the baiting pole, sit back for a couple of hours. Hopefully we can nick a bite, get the first Walthamstow fish in the net.
Come on. Bit of B-roll for you, Joe. Mate, they're showing like mad on that snag.
They are, aren't they?
Come on.
Gonna sneakily drop.
The big common loves it at this end of the lake and all.
Oh, don't say that. Imagine catching that.
Look at it, look at it sheeting on the snag lodge.
Right.
Come on, get it out.
Let's do it then. Let's do it.
What are you putting out? Bit of particle.
Large seed mix, bit of sweet corn, 12 muscopet squid and flake. Do they like it in here?
They love everything.
They love it.
Everything.
No, they only love scopet squid.
They only like nash bait in
They
here.
only like nash bait. Okay, good answer. Right, let's do it. Yeah, sweet. Just
Well, that is about
that
as
has
good
got
as you're going to get, isn't it?
Come on.
Finally got them taking floaters. It's just going to the right there. Beautiful cast. Go on. Please. Slightly to your left. It's just come up. But... Yes! Oh my god! He's also off the top! You won't believe it! We literally just had a few. We've been trying to get them up all day. Mate, you've hooked one.
That was a nice mirror, mate.
I can't believe you just hooked one off the top.
King of the Stow. What? You
Come on. No way.
Mia, can you get the net?
That's incredible. You just thought that the odds of getting off the top here was so low.
Yes! Come on.
We're just going to leave as well. We're going to give it another half an hour.
We didn't even say that. I think we said 15 minutes.
15
We're about
minutes.
5 minutes into the last 15 minutes.
Come on.
Super despondent.
That's heroic stuff, that is, Henry.
That's good bloody angling, that.
Oh, it's a nice one.
It's a lovely one, isn't
Old
it?
little chunky mirror. It's mad, isn't it? Just one come up and took a few, and then a few sort of showed a bit of an interest. I'm sunburnt so bad.
Oh, but it doesn't matter now.
I'm glad it's
Jacob.
worthwhile. Come on. Still a few out there, mate.
They're taking.
No, but I think if we
That was
put...
the most delicate take as well.
Mate,
I wasn't even sure it took
I was
it.
filming, but I don't know if I was like looking there. I think I was watching another fish coming up, and I saw it just sort of take it and you strike.
I just saw the line start pulling away because I wasn't sure it actually took my hook
Yeah,
back. I
yeah.
just saw the line start pulling away and I was like, it's
Yeah.
going to have to be.
That's
And
mad.
it was.
So good, that. Come
And
on.
he's in the net.
Yes.
Oh my word, that feels good. That feels so good.
Off the top as well, I can't believe it. Sick.
Proper gnarly old one.
Yeah? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's 150 million years old.
It's got to be, innit? It's got to be. Check him out. It's been a long old day. Big lap round complex. Found some fish feeding on the bottom. Got baiting poled, rigs out to them. Really wasn't happening. We're quite surprised. And then a quarter of an opportunity came up on the surface. And somehow we got very lucky. This one took in my imitation dog biscuit. And here we go. First Stow carp. Thank you, Jacob.
Come on. That's
Proper
a result,
old
mate.
thing, innit?
Honestly, it's not
How old
easy.
is that?
That's got to be 35 years old, I
It's
reckon.
got to be in it. Look at that.
The thing is, on the Stow, the bird life and everything, getting them on the top isn't easy, mate. So I'm shocked.
I couldn't believe
Just
that's how
one
he did
fish
it.
come up and took a few, and he just managed to get it. So
Yeah.
it's one of them,
One of them. Got a
lucky
little bit
spells.
lucky, but we'll
Yes, man.
take it. Need a bit of luck.
Right, well, we off now?
We've got a van to pack and we've got to drive to the Alps.
Off to the Alps.
So let's get him back. And,
Christened on your first trip to the Stow.
yeah, too
Come on.
right. Wicked, nice one, mate.
No worries.
Come on.
B-roll for you, Joe, of the rods, because I've deleted all the bite cams.
There we go, my first Walthamstow carp. Apparently it's one of the old ones known as the tadpole, which is pretty cool to catch one of the named fish, so I was well happy with that. And I'll tell you what, that day, it reminds me a lot of how today's going. It was hot, it was sunny, things weren't going for it on the bottom, so we had to resort to surface tactics, and that's what I've gone for today as well. I really thought we were gonna get one in Summer Bay after we moved, but the bottom baits have been pretty still. I tried on the surface as well, and that's proving difficult. The fish are a bit cagey, so now, plan C, I'm gonna try a zig. Some really short zigs on the edge of this weed bed where the fish are hanging around. Last roll of the dice before heading back to the main swim. I'm hoping it works. It's been a long, hot, frustrating day. See if our fortune changes. A little Alan Blair trick, this one. Fishing zigs from the bushwhacker. If you put a zip tie on, cut the end off so you've got a little bit of a tag end, and have it the length of your zig hook link, clip your hook on, and it keeps the hook link out the way while you ship it out, and then when you turn it over and drop it, the zig will drop without the hook link tangling. Very effective way of fishing zigs stealthily instead of having to cast and spooking fish that are chilling in the area like they are now. Oh, what a day. One of them days where everything seems to be against you, and combined with the heat, yeah, it's been one of them sessions so far. This proves to me how difficult summer and autumn is. I'm a spring man through and through when it comes to carp fishing. I always just think it gets increasingly worse as soon as they start spawning, it just gets harder and harder, and today has really felt like that. The plan now is to head back to the original swim. As I said earlier, the guy who was fishing a similar sort of area, a couple of swims to the right, who left this morning, said that he had a few fish, but all in the morning. So that's why we moved away from there today, because it just didn't seem worth it. We came close here for a few times, but sadly didn't get anything. So back to the first swim now for the morning period tomorrow. Get the rods out, chill out a little bit, drink some water, because we're not had enough for that today. Just seen one bosh out straight out in front of me as well. So there's still a few fish here, but I think the best bet is to head back to where I put a bit of bait in already in preparation for the morning. So a reluctant, disappointed in myself pack up and back to the main swim. That's it. We're fishing again after what's been a really difficult day. Yeah, very, very hard work for very little reward. So I'm hoping that it's true about this swim doing well in the morning and we wake up tomorrow to a nice scaly horseshoe carp. That would be, yeah, much appreciated after the day I've had. Me and Joe are gonna chill out now. It's been a hot day, have a bit of food, cool down. And whilst we do that, check out the last little throwback sequence of this session, and that's to when me and Barney, one of our old videographers at Nash, we went on a little road trip down to the south of France. On the way back up, we did quite a bit of fishing, caught a few carp. Check out how we got on.
What a long few days myself and Barney have had. We've been in the south of France. We've been visiting Lolo from the French team. He had a big beach party near his house in Perpignan. It was, yeah, it was really fun. A lot of driving on the way down to get there. We stopped off fishing on the way as well, so we didn't catch anything. Pike was yesterday, feeling very hungover today, but now we've got 4 days, I think, yeah, four nights in France to go fishing, and that's what we're going to do. But today has been lots of driving, like I said, feeling very hungover and sorry for ourselves. We've gone to about 5 or 6 lakes, and we finally found one that we like. There we go. What's that sun saying? Let's look at the bear. We finally found one that we like. You can see my partner in crime behind me there. That's Barney. Some of you probably remember him from when he used to work at Nash. He doesn't work with us anymore, but we're still good friends. And he came along with me on this trip, and now he's going to fish with me. Like I said, it's been a long day trying to find somewhere to go. We finally have found somewhere, a very busy park lake, but there is an 80 pounder in here, so got to give it a go, ain't you? I think we're going to fish here for 2 or 3 nights before going onto a canal for a night. Yeah, enough rambling, let's get to it. What side do you want in this swim?
I kind of want the right hand side, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you have the right hand side if I can fish that bar.
The bar?
Yeah.
What, where does the bar actually go?
I think the bar's pretty much in the middle.
Oh, I'd quite like to put one on the bar as well. It's massive, isn't it? Like, we can definitely get... It's like the length of the lake.
Yeah, but it's the length of the lake this way, not that way. Isn't it? So I don't really know how you're going to do that.
Outrageous. I'm not sure about that. The bar, the single biggest feature of the lake. Fight.
We'll have to fight for it.
We'll just have to fight, won't we?
We'll have to fight for it.
We all know how that'll end.
1 hour later.
We're come to a decision, aren't we?
Are you going to put one on the left? Or are you going to put one on the air?
Well, of course.
Of course.
But we've come up with a fair compromise.
Yeah.
We're going to rotate the bar.
Yeah.
And you can have the right hand side. I'll have the left hand side and first go on the bar.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that is 3 rods prepped, 3 spots found. I didn't really show you what I was doing to find the spots. Basically, I was going out in a 180 boat, one of the inflatable boats, going out with an Echo on my using my deeper and a underwater camera, and I was going out trying to find spots. Changes in depth, so I'm fishing at 10 foot, 30 foot and 16 foot because deep lakes like this, depth can be an important feature. Near snags, next to weed beds, on bars, things like that. So I'm happy with the spots I found, and then whilst I was out there, once I found the spots, thought they were perfect, put a nice bit of bait about, actually brought the bait boat with me. The purists listening to this are going to absolutely hate listening to all the tech that I use, but I then, with the bait boat, plug in the spot so that then I've got the GPS for the bait boat, so that I can actually drive the rigs out with the bait boat. So yeah, some people might call it cheating. We use drones, we use bait boats, we use echoes, we use underwater cameras. Yeah, I'm definitely not one for shying away from using a bit of tech, but each their own. It's angling after all. So Barn's out there now doing the same thing. I've got my rods waiting, ready to go out, just waiting for Barn to find his last couple of spots, and then we're fishing. Long day, really long day. I'm hoping to get rewarded with a big fish. 80 pound, there's an 80 pound common in here. Last few rods going out for Barn, and then we need some much needed rest. So come on the carp. Morning. What a busy night. Me and Barn barely slept again. We've got through a few species. Catfish, bream, tench. There's these little fish that look like a cross between a carp and a bream as well that we've caught. They're quite common in Europe. We had a couple of them, and also we had a carp. So the spot on the bar that we were both fighting over last night is my go to go on there first because Barn got the right hand side of the swim that he wanted, and thankfully I had one. Yeah, 20 kilo, 44 pounds. So happy, absolutely beated me. I can't remember the last time I got beated that much by a fish, so yeah, I was glad to get it in the net. And yeah, we've got one off the mark. We are both shattered. Like I said, it was a busy night of catching nuisance species, so we're both pretty tired, but it feels good to finally caught one. Look at the size of that. What a sick start. First fish, first night. Mega old common. Blown away really. Thought it was going to be even bigger the way you worked. I thought I had that 80 pounder, but can't be disappointed ever with catching fish like this. Ridiculous. They're slipping back. This summer they are very lively. It's been in the sat for an hour or so, so I want to get them back. Minimum stress. But couldn't be happier for the start. Right, one last look at her. What a sick carp. To be fair, I think that's the trip made for me now. I wasn't really expecting to catch many big carp on this trip. I said the priority was the party, and just a bit of fishing thrown in, so to catch a carp like this, yeah, I'm pretty happy. Right, let's get her back. Oh, he looks big there, doesn't he? Yes! Wow, we were just pretty much saying we weren't going to catch one today, and that's absolutely ripped off, isn't it, Barn?
Absolutely. One on the bar. Taking it in turns on the bar, aren't we?
Yeah. When did you last play a carp, Barn?
Oof. What was the last time I caught carp? Probably Chigborough or something last October. Long time ago.
Did it feel bigger than the Chigborough carp?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that big, that's for sure.
In the net. Well in, Barn.
Beautiful.
First blood, baby.
Yeah.
Nice little common.
Yeah.
Angry, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit. I'm straight up.
A bit of action.
Good to get off the mark.
Too right. And day bites, which I wasn't expecting.
Good.
Sun's just starting to set, pretty quiet day. Me and Barn have just been in and out of the water, chilling out since his little carp this morning, and we had an absolute screamer of a take. Nearly pulled the rod in. Thankfully, Barn, I think you got it, didn't you, first?
Well, I mean.
My hero. And yeah, it's the margin rod that's gone in quite deep water. Like I said, 25 foot. In England, when the weather's like this, you wouldn't think they'd be this deep, but I think they try and get away with it when it's this intense over here. I'm not sure if it's going to be a cat. We had a big cat on this rod last night. Hopefully it's not a carp, but that bite was a bit indicative of a carp, wasn't it? Of a cat, wasn't it, Barn? It was a bit savage.
I think that's just because your rod nearly went flying. In between the one that I caught and yours.
We'll take him though, won't we? I'll catch another one from the river, you know. Whoa. Lovely carp, that. Get in the net. Ooh, ha-ha. There we go, another one. Basically a mini version of the one we had this morning. Just as the sun was starting to set a little bit. Felt good for a bite. Yeah, absolute screamer of a take. We've got another really cool, dark common from this particular lake. Yeah, really nice place. Apparently it's quite low stock here. I've been speaking to the person who put us on the venue. So to have 3 carp already in less than 24 hours of being here, having rods out. I think we're doing all right. And there's still that 80 pounds to go for, so plenty more to potentially catch. But for the time being, we admire this one, redo the rods, have some dinner. Yeah, a lovely evening in France. Morning guys, sorry for the pretty delayed catch up. I slept a lot last night, I needed to. It's been a long time since I slept a full night, and whether you can say fortunately we didn't catch anything so I could sleep, or unfortunately we didn't catch anything, either way I managed to get a lot of sleep last night. Barn didn't, barn caught no carp but loads of bream and quite a few catfish, so barn was pretty busy last night. For me I didn't even get a single bleep I don't think, so things have quietened down quite a bit. I don't know why. I really thought we were going to get one on that bar spot, maybe on that margin again. Barn had a really nice spot on his right hand margin, that's where he got all the catfish from. He did see some carp there yesterday, so we went into last night feeling really confident, but no, nothing to report. So I think I'm going to give it one more day. We can't really go much longer than that because we do need to start thinking about heading back up towards Calais, and because of the lack of carp action, I think for the last night we'll try somewhere else. So that's the plan. Barn's just throwing rocks at me. You were busy with catfish last night, I was saying.
Yeah. Biggest catfish I've ever caught though.
Sick. Nice.
Yeah. Frustrating.
Very frustrating. So one more night, we'll go tomorrow, go to a canal. One more big carp, come on.
Nice.
Good have that, Carpology viewers. See you later. Morning guys, welcome to our final morning at this particular lake, and as you can see I'm playing one, but I've got a suspicious feeling it's going to be a catfish, unfortunately. However, it's not all bad news because Barn had one in the night and it was a carp, so we've at least got one carp to show you. And you never know, this could turn out to be a carp, but when they fight like this erratically, big head shakes, big odd runs, normally it's a catfish. But you never know, at least Barn got one. There is a way to safely handle these without putting them in the net. First you need to make sure that they're sort of completely out of energy before you grab their mouths, so they don't twist and potentially break any fingers. And then to do this, I'll grab the leader, bring them in, make sure the line's not twisted, and you sort of just hit their faces lightly. And you can see he's not swimming off. Normally this means they're pretty much done in terms of the fight. I think this one is. You grab it quite firmly like this. You can see that their teeth, they do have teeth, but they're like sandpaper, so it's not like they're going to slice you or anything. You might get a little cut. And then he's all unhooked and ready to go back. What a beautiful sight, eh Barn?
Lovely.
Right, I'd say he's about £40, £50 maybe. Let's get him back. Thanks mate, much appreciated. They do look massive, don't they, when they go back like that?
Yeah.
Nice work, Barn.
Yeah. Good. Finally got a decent one, which is nice.
I reckon, yeah, mid-20.
Yeah.
They're definitely from the river. They've got
nice
that
long one.
Yeah, long shape, and they've got the really cool mouths. Yeah, really cool carp. We did it!
Yeah, finally.
Just reeling in the last of the rods, that dreaded van. Unload, load, God, I do it so often now. It's yeah, it's the most tedious part of fishing, but that's all pretty much done. Ready to go on the road. 6 hours to the next spot. We're going further north towards Calais to a canal spot. I've never been before. Someone's put me on it. So this is it's not a long stretch, but there's quite a few decent fish in there, so it's perfect for a little stop off on the way home. If we nick one more, then we're doing really well. But I'm glad that Barnes caught. I've had a couple. We've had one nice one, so for a little stop-off road trip on the way back from a party in the south of France, yeah, I think we're doing all right. I've got to say though, the weather is not helping. I always try and avoid coming over to Europe at this time of year just because it's just so hot, and I don't think the fish are that interested in feeding because of the heat. I don't normally come back till the start of September, and some of the times, the days with how hot they've been, it's reminded me exactly why. But it is what it is. We still managed to catch a few. Right, let's go. Okay, we have made it to the canal. Long old drive, but wasn't too bad. Pretty straightforward, as is most of driving on the French motorways. But we got to the canal, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's loads of short stretches, quite close together in a small area. So I'm going to walk up and down them, see if we can find anything. I do know that there's a decent stock of fish in them. We should be able to find a couple, I'm sure, and then we're just going to drop on and do the night. I do love canal fishing, especially in France. It's really cool. The stock of fish is quite surprising. Look at these muddy little venues, and sometimes you think there's going to be nothing in here, but a lot of the time there are fish in there, and there are some big fish. Hopefully that's the case here. So yeah, we'll have a little walk around. One down there. And we'll have a little walk around, see if we can see anything, and then just plot up somewhere for the night before heading back to England. We're at the end of the trip now, so it's a case of using whatever bait we've got left to make this mix. I think we're out of tigers and tiger nut slush, which I would have loved, especially with the number of brass and shat we saw. But I'm sure we can make something up with what we got left. So some large seed mix, quite a bit of sweet corn's going to go in. Again, to deal with the brass and shat, I find they're not as bad when it comes to particle. Oh, look how excited I'm getting! I'm just dropping everything. Come on, stop squid, big sizes. Right, let's go. That bankside dining, isn't it, Barm?
Not bad, is it?
It's all right. Rods are out. A selection of French goodness.
It's how to live.
And some wine.
Beautiful wine.
Come on, the carp. Right, we've had a bite. It's not the big mirror. It's a common of about £3. That was exciting though, wasn't it, Barn?
That was exciting. We thought
it was all happening. Just had dinner.
Sat in the sunset. Not bad.
So beautiful.
And this is a beautiful fish as well, isn't it?
Oh,
They're all beautiful.
they're all beautiful, but not as beautiful as a £40 mirror. Can't win them all.
No.
Massive. Little canal scamp.
If I hold the camera there.
And then shoot on 24.
Yeah, right, actually.
There we go.
Now we're talking.
Let me hold it out.
Now we're talking.
Look big, yeah?
That's a big at that.
Right, sweet. Cool little one, but not what we're after. But very welcome. Slipping back. You don't want to move, do you?
Well, I'd like to sit maybe for another
Yeah,
20 minutes or so,
okay,
half an
let's
hour.
stick it out, yeah.
And get a few liners.
Alright, sweet. Nice. Okay, the sun's setting and Barn and I get to the point where we need to decide what we're doing for the night, and I think we're going to stay where we are. Where we baited up did look good, there's some nice fish in there, but that big mirror is just keeping me here for the night. So we're going to stay here, fish all along this one bank. We've got this whole bank covered. It's such a short stretch that I think throughout the night, pretty much every fish in here is going to go past our rods once. I reckon they just go up and down. It's not really a lot else for them to do, so I'm feeling confident we could catch one tonight. Then I think we'll wake up in the morning, see out bite time, and then maybe go and check out the other stretch we baited and see if there's anything going there before driving home. Might be the wrong call, but you never know for sure. I just think that that big mirror was such a cool fish that I'd love to do a night for it. So that's the plan. We'll see you tomorrow. Morning, and we've caught some carp. I actually finished on 4. All of them were about the same size as the one that you saw yesterday evening, so I've not caught anything worth keeping or worth showing you. But Barn has, he's caught a decent one, he said, that he's kept, he sacked it, so we're going to get out now for a picture. And then I think we're going to head back. We might go check out the other canal, but to be honest, it's getting kind of late now. And yeah, I think it's time to go back to England. So let's see Barney's fish before signing off.
There we go. The fruits of last night. It's been a very, very, very fun trip with you, mate.
Yeah, it has.
Not been loads of carp, but I think we've done pretty well, all things considered. And yeah, nice to end on this one. Doesn't seem like there's that many big fish in this stretch. There's lots of little ones. I think you were up last night, weren't you? Catching lots of small ones. So it was nice to get this one.
And we'll be back for the big mirror.
Yeah, that big mirror has eluded us on this occasion, but you know it's here.
Right.
Anyway, let's get this one back.
Good stuff.
He's not very happy.
No. Good stuff, mate. Well done.
Sound.
Oh my God, it feels good to be speaking to you with a rod in my hand with a carp attached. Woke up this morning about 6 o'clock, which is when I was told sort of the action starts, and it looked really dead out and I was feeling really despondent, and then completely out of the blue, I've not seen any fish show the spot or anything. I've had an absolute ripper. And we've got a carp. Oh, it's been a tough session and I really thought it was going to end in a blank there. But providing this ends up in the net, we've got one. Yes, thank the Lord. Oh, that's a nice one. Yes. Talk about a welcome fish. Been really slow here at Horseshoe. So to get a completely out the blue bite this morning after it all looked a bit dead is very, very satisfying. And there's a bit more fizzing out there, so we might even have a chance of catching another one. Yeah, well happy with that. Finally got a carp to show you. Yeah, buzzing, great morning now. Well, sadly the morning smash up that I said was inevitably going to happen in here hasn't quite happened, and we've just had the one fish. But considering how difficult this session's been, yeah, I'll take that. It has been tough going, but that's fishing. Oh, that's you. That's your rod. Even Joe's not caught one this episode. That shows you how difficult it's been, because normally when we go, Joe will come and catch about 4 or 5. So if Joe's not caught, you know it's been fishing hard. Yep. So it's not been the easiest session, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And that's the end of summer, and I look forward to welcoming you to the next vlog when we cover what I've been getting up to in autumn. Welcome to another episode of my vlog. You can probably tell from all the leaves on the ground and everything that we're at the back end of autumn. So this vlog will be focusing on my autumn fishing. As always as well, we've got an in-session piece. We're only here for the day. We're down at Moor Lakes in Wiltshire, and it's looking difficult, I won't lie. It's been freezing cold. It's not been doing many bites this lake, so it is up against us. We've got that short period of time as well, but we're gonna try our best, try and get one for the cameras, but if not, I've got some really, really cool adventures to tell you about and to look back on. Also, stay tuned to the very end, because I wanna offer a very big prize at the end as a competition. So don't just switch off after 10 minutes, make sure you stay up to the end, and you'll be with a chance of winning a very, very cool prize. So let's get on with it. Let's try and find some carp, try and catch one. And yeah, hopefully we don't end the final episode of our vlog series on a blank. That would be very disappointing. So let's go. I've actually fished this lake before. It's Martin Bowler's Lake. It's a really cool exclusive booking venue. And I fished here similar sort of time last year. And when I was here last time, it was a case of firing a few bright ones out in the middle and then also along this bank where there's some snags. And it did do a couple of bites. Martin's also said that when it last did fish, it was a similar sort of situation. So that's the sort of plan I'm going to go for. Like I said, we're here for just a day session. So there's not going to be a case of moving around loads. So I want to be in an area where I can cover lots of water and get a few rods in position. So that's the plan. I'm going to crack on with that. Whilst I do that, let's look back to much, much sunnier times when at the start of autumn, I was going to the famous Lake Bled because my mum and dad, they wanted to go somewhere for their birthday with the family and they'd seen all of my pictures and videos when I've been to Bled and thought it'd make for a great family holiday. I encouraged them, obviously. I managed to nick some fishing rods from Gasper on the way and had the best time. So whilst I get the rods out, check out how I got on. Right, we are in Slovenia. I'm here on a family holiday, and of course, when you're in Slovenia, you've got to go fishing, and you've got to go fishing with no one other than Gasper. And Gasper is the Slovenian legend, really good friend of mine, really good friend in Team Nash, and he's kindly let me borrow some of his gear, and we're going to go fishing for a couple of days. So I'm going to bring you with me. It's pretty late at night, so I'll see you in the morning. We're going to get everything ready, and we're going to catch a few carp, aren't we?
I hope so, bro.
Come on. Right, now we've got a second, let me give you a bit more of a rundown than the rushed intro that I gave this piece yesterday evening. Like I said, I'm over in Slovenia on a family holiday. It's my parents' birthday, both their birthdays, and they've seen the videos and heard the stories that they've said about Lake Bled and how beautiful it is, and they wanted to come to Lake Bled, so yeah, brilliant. So me and my family would come over here, and of course I was going to do some fishing as well. Gasper, he lives right near Lake Bled, he's a really good friend of mine, so I spoke to him and borrowed some of his gear, and we're going fishing for about 2 days in total. We're starting off on a small club lake that I've not fished before, club lake day ticket sort of set up. Lots and lots of carp. We got here late last night, as you saw very briefly. Got rods out and it just kicked off, but sadly with nothing very big. From the hours of about midnight until 8 AM this morning, we caught 11 or 12 carp, with the biggest being the one that Gasper had. Most of them were really small commons, so we've not slept much. It's been pretty full on. This is the first little break we've had now the sun's come up. But I'm told there are some big carp in here, so that's the plan, to fish here for a little bit and try and catch one of these big ones. Gasper has just gone to the shop to get some food. When he comes back, I'll do a little rundown with him of what the rest of the plan is, whether we're going to go to Lake Bled, whether we're going to stay here. We definitely are going to fish Lake Bled as well for a bit. Hopefully we can go this evening. If not, we'll go tomorrow morning. But that's the real intro now. Sorry for the sparse introduction earlier and clips that I filmed. It was just pretty manic. But from now on, hopefully I will get a bit more material to show you. Yep, come on, let's catch a few more fish. Let's catch a big one. That's the plan. But at the very least, what a beautiful little lake to be chilling out in. Okay, we've had some food, reading the rods. Gasper reckons we've got a good chance with a new tactic. We're going to keep baiting every half hour, a few boilies with the throwing stick, and then a few dot spots as well. So we've got a new plan to keep them feeding through the day, because it's definitely slowed down. I don't know whether it's the heat or what, but during the night it was a fish every hour. Now it's been a couple of hours since we've had one, so that's the plan. And then about 6-7 o'clock, Gasper, we go to Lake Bled.
6-7 o'clock we leave, yes.
To Lake Bled, best carp lake in the world. And then this is when I'll introduce you more to Gasper and why we call him the King of Bled.
We go to catch a big one.
We're going to catch a big one, he says. And if Gasper says that, it's true. Well, it's a little bit bigger than what we have been catching, but still pretty small. But it's nice to break up the day and see the new tactics working. Gasper fired out a load of boilies with a throwing stick, and about 2 minutes later we got the bite. So hopefully a bigger one comes along. But it's hard work. Well, I think we're going to change plan and go to Lake Bled now, because it's too hot here. We're not getting any bites, not for anything big anyway. So
it makes more sense to go have a swim at Lake Bled, fish the evening. We can fish the evening, Gasper's got tickets, and then fish tomorrow as well. So yeah, I'm excited because Lake Bled for me is the best carp lake in the world, and I've got the best person to be fishing it with. Gasper knows everything there is to know about Lake Bled, so we're in a really good position to catch a few nice carp. So I'm going to pack up now and head over to Lake Bled. It's about half an hour, 45 minutes to drive away. Go for a swim, get some rods out for the evening, which is always the best period. I can't wait, I'm very, very excited. Let's get out of here. Too many small carp and go catch some big ones. Big ones, Gasper, yeah? Lake Bled.
Oh, go.
Let's do it.
There we go, a bit bigger than I actually thought. I'd probably say it's just over 20 pounds, biggest one of the day, so nice way to leave. Hopefully it's a good omen for Lake Bled. Even though we've caught this one now, I still think it's the best thing is to go to Lake Bled because it has been so quiet all day and just so many little ones. It's really, really difficult trying to wade through them. So we'll slip him back and head off to the best carp lake in the world. Honestly, there's something about this place that just gets you excited. Like I said, even though I've been here before, fished here before, caught some big carp from here before, I'm still super excited. Just getting the rods sorted and then wrapping them up to the spots. And they're going out and they're going to catch a big one. Hopefully it's as simple as that. This is the perfect time to be fishing here. With it being days only, you can fish a couple of hours into the night till about 11 o'clock, so as soon as it gets dark the fish start to think it's safe, and that's the time to be fishing. So we've timed it perfectly. We're on a spot where Gasper's been catching well from. He had a 30 kilo, so 66 pounder the other day, so everything's pointing in the direction of a big one, a Bled carp. Oh, I'd be so excited to catch one. Alright, let's finish getting the rods ready, get them out, catch a fish.
Now we go to order some good food. Before when carps come on, we must something quality to eat.
Some energy.
We need power.
And now's a good time, yeah?
Now they're coming the best time. Rods, it's perfect. So I think 1 hour, 1 hour and a half we must have bite now.
Come on, I like this confidence. Waiting for the burgers to arrive and the carp to arrive.
Not catfish, please.
Bro, they happen, huh? What I told, which rod go first?
He did say.
Henry, what happened?
We got a little bite, didn't we? Been proper dark now for maybe 10 minutes. Nice slow take. We just hope it's not a catfish.
We will see.
We'll see.
They come with another one.
Yes!
It's carp.
I don't want to say anything till I see it.
It is
yes,
carp.
Carp. It's a f***ing carp. Come on. Yes! It's a nice carp as well.
Ooh, machina, bro. I told you, look.
It's a nice carp too. Nice big carp. Oh yeah! Nice big carp, man. Get him in there. Yeah! Yes! Give me a... Yeah, he's 20 kilos, isn't he?
Yes, it is.
All day long. All day fucking long.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Gasper's tying up a new rig, ready to get it straight back out. When they show up here, it's pretty condensed feeding spell, so you want to be fishing again instantly. So before we deal with the fish, Gasper's gonna get the rod back out. I'm gonna get him out to show you. Yeah. Right, here we go. A Bled beast. 40 something pound, just what we wanted, made the trip. Thank you Gasper for having me. Thank you Lake Bled for always being so accommodating to anglers. That's another bite I think.
Okay.
That's another bite.
Put him back, bro.
Yeah. I think it's a nice one.
You think it's a nice one?
Yeah.
gutted. Both lost on me and Gasper. To be honest, I think we were playing him a little bit too hard, got a bit excited, but just goes to show you with this place, it can give you so much and then take so much away so quickly. But I'm still buzzing with that £40 common. That's all I wanted, a £40 plus fish from this trip. Got it, job done. We've still got tomorrow. We've got about 20-30 minutes left till 11 o'clock. We've got reel in, so still every chance. There's fish out there, getting a few liners. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm happy as anything. So anything else on top of what we've already had is a bonus for me. Catfish.
Or no?
I think that's a catfish.
No.
Okay, that's the end of the first night. God, I'm tired, but that was so good. I wasn't expecting to catch anything, let alone a low 40. So yeah, very happy. Gonna get some sleep now, go back to the hotel. That's where I'm walking now. Sleep a little bit and then come back down, meet Gasper tomorrow. I'm going to fish again for most of the day. So yeah, absolutely buzzing. Shame we lost a couple, shame we had a few catfish, but at least we had one big one, so I'm very happy. But I'm very tired. Let's go get some sleep. Day 2, final day, fishing in Lake Bled. Let's go and do it. Let's see what Gasper's doing. I wonder if he's up yet, getting rods ready, or if he's still asleep, because if he was me, I'd definitely still be asleep, because I'm tired. And if I was down on a bed chair by the lake, I would just be waiting for me to show up and using that as my alarm clock and getting every minute I can. When that alarm went off this morning, I didn't want to wake up, I won't lie. But it didn't take long for me to, I was laying there thinking about what I could catch in the next hour, 2 hours, to force myself up and get my way down. Here we are, so yeah, I'll be with Gasper in a minute. We'll get the rods out just before first light, hopefully catch them straight away. The amount of times that people have caught one within 5 minutes of getting the rods out, because it's the best time. The mornings and the evenings are the best time by a mile. So yeah, could catch one very, very quickly. Right, we're back in the spot. Gasper has already got a rod out and had one straight away, so they're definitely here. Just need to get moving, get them out, and then hopefully catch one pretty soon. Just like Gasper's done, he says it's 20 kilos, so 44 pounds minimum. Yeah, Lake Bled, crazy place. I've seen this before. 5 AM, he's blasting music from his boat. There he is, superstar. That's jokes. Here we go, found the spot. Abandoned building, Bled Castle at the top, and Gasper with a big carp. Ooh la la! Look at this. Nice work, Gasper.
Good morning.
Do you recognise it when you've had before?
I think. I must look the picture, but I think it's a very old fish.
Oh, nice one. Nice work. Now pictures, yeah?
Oh! This side, yes, this side.
Yeah.
Go back.
Machina. Nice work, Gasper.
Thank you, bro.
Just gone for a little coffee run because sadly it didn't seem like we had that early morning action we thought we were going to have. It's getting on a little bit, starting to get to about 10-11 o'clock, and we've not had any fish. I don't think they're actually in this area as much as they were last night. They've moved out, but Gasper reckons they'll come back. Gasper?
They must.
They'll come back, they must, he says. So
Normally they will come.
okay, perfect. So maybe won't catch one in the day, but I'm adamant that in the evening we'll catch a few more bites. So just sitting and waiting really. I think I'll go back to the hotel at some point and have a shower because it's been a few days now. So during the time when we definitely think we're going to get a bite, I'll go back and then come back in the evening and prepare for the nighttime carnage, which I'm sure is going to happen. So we might catch one before then, but I'm not holding that much hope. Just waiting for the evening. Okay, showered, slept, feel refreshed, ready to go. The plan now is to go down, meet Gasper. We'll probably redo the rods around 5-ish, just so everything is perfect ready for this evening. Bit of action that I'm hoping is going to happen. Every reason why it should happen. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to catch a few more carp here, so I'm very excited. It'd be interesting to see if Gasper caught anything in the day. I don't think he would have. I've not heard from him, but I know he was tired as well, so he was sleeping on the bed chair. So he might have just caught one, put it in the sack, and left it for me to get back. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If he caught one, it was a bonus because the action is going to start in the next sort of 4 or 5 hours. So excited! Come on! Does it get carpier than this? Rain's just coming a little bit, drizzling. So it looks perfect. It looks so perfect. The only issue is, I don't know where Gasper's gone. He was up there at some point. I reckon he's gone to the van to put some stuff away, but I've just got back and I can't see him anywhere. So he'll be back in a second. We'll come up with a plan for the evening, whether we leave them, whether we put some more bait out. I don't know. He's the boss. We basically just do what Gasper says at this place. He said something to me earlier that made me laugh. He said, people come over and they try and guess something different to do to what I say, and he says, I've been fishing here for 20 years, I've caught everything. He says if there's anything to do different, I've thought of it. The best way to fish is the way I fish. So I can't really argue with that. So I won't lie, there's not much angling skill on my part. I'm just doing exactly what Gasper said. Tying rigs he suggests, putting it on spots he suggests, but got to use this local knowledge sometime. And I'm definitely using it now, but we'll see what happens with him coming back, what the plan is. Might bust off any second. Like I said, conditions look perfect. The deadly rig, yeah? Euro system.
European system for big ones.
Fluorocarbon D rig, big hook baits. And how many big carp has this caught you in Bled?
Oh, many of them. I think thousands.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I'd like to hear. So, everyone knows I love a
now I show
slip
you
Ronnie.
Look, this is for sheet for today, the bird sheet, and we catch 30 kilo fish like 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, a bird pooed on Gasper's pillow, and he said to his friend, "I will catch a 30 kilo because of it," which is 66 pound. 2 hours later, he caught a 30 kilo. Today, the bird's done the same thing. So today,
catch another one.
I like it. It's a good sign. Yeah, with the rigs, normally I fish a slip Ronnie. I really like that rig. A lot of people know that, but I just copy Gasper. Like I said, what Gasper says goes on Bled. You copy him. The only thing I'm different is I use a different hook. Right, let's get these ready, get them out. Come on the carp. This is the bait that's going over as well, so hopefully the carp come along and see this. There we go. And then
2 hands near the edge.
2 hands.
Near the edge, 5 meters, we can.
Yeah, come on.
30 kilo.
30 kilo of what?
So exciting. Everyone you hook. It's just heavy. How are we doing it?
I told you, big bites for big fish, bro. You don't believe me.
Yeah.
It's 24 mils.
Oh.
No. bird shit my pillow.
Oh, don't say that.
I take him. What's this?
It's enormous.
We show time now.
Enormous.
One time more, no, we give it. Oh, yes. No, no way.
Oh, Casper.
Amateurs.
Amateur.
We have it.
Yes! Yes, it's big. Yeah, it's big. 50 pounder.
Look what we catch.
Yeah, this is
Oh, both.
both.
Yes, because you fish on the wheel and I fish on the wheel.
Okay, so after a massive fight, we caught a massive bled mirror, just over 50 pound. Look at the size of it. Massive old fish. This is why you come to Lake Bled. Oh, final night, so happy to have caught one. Yeah, what a way to finish off the fishing of this trip. Before enjoying the rest of the holiday. Well, he's okay. To sound buzzing with that one is a bit of an understatement. Can't quite believe we caught such a big one, and I think it's going to be the only one of the night. The fish haven't been showing, been really quiet. Just had that one out of the blue, and that has literally been it. Yesterday you could hear him showing constantly. We got a lot more bites, but yeah, I don't know what's happened. Gasper doesn't really know. They've just sort of moved out or not really feeding, but either way, we caught one big one. I'm more than happy, and that is absolutely made my autumn. So even if I struggle for the rest of the autumn, which I normally do in this season, it doesn't really matter because I've caught another 50 from Bled. So buzzing, so happy, and yeah, you'll see me now back at the session in England. Yeah, what a great trip that was at Lake Bled. Great family holiday and do a bit of fishing as well. Yeah, really great trip. Slightly different change of pace now. We are back in England in the dreary winter countryside, and we've got a job of trying to catch a carp. So what I'm going for is my sort of classic winter approach, and that is a very bright pop-up, cast around to areas where I think that there could be fish with little bags attached. I'm gonna, even though we've not got loads of time, I will move the rods around a little bit just to try and locate where those fish are, because at this time of year they do tend to huddle up together. So if you do land on them, you've got a chance of getting a quick bite. So if you've not had that bite, then move the rods. So that's what we're gonna do now. Standard slip Ronnie, like I said, a bright pop-up, a little bag of pellets. Let's get a few rods out there and see if we can snare a carp. These carp, they were stocked in maybe about a year ago now, and I know that they're still very much on the pellet from those days when they were living in the fish farm. So little handfuls of pellet is definitely gonna be the way forward. I'm also gonna add in a bit of stick mix, and to that stick mix, I'm sort of using it like a carrier as opposed to actually having a stick mix. I'm gonna use it as a carrier for a bit of liquid. And this time of year, when the fish are a bit dormant, having that bit of liquid around to really kick them into action, it can really produce a bite. So add a little bit of stick mix and pour over a little bit of brine and shrimp gamrus. This is a liquid that I love this time of year. Don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that it's purely natural foods really does help turn the fish on. And by mixing that into that stick mix, it just carries it down to the bottom and then disperses nicely. There's not a lot of bait in there in the spoon, just enough for a bite, and hopefully just enough to wake any. Did you get that? So we're going to put the rod, I reckon, about there, is what I'd say. Do you reckon, Joe? That was pretty lucky, wasn't it? Right, let's get that out quite quickly. You don't need to hear me talk about bait anymore. So we hadn't seen anything show until we saw the fish show right as I was getting the rod out
on where I was getting the rod out, and then shortly after that, one showed twice out in the middle here. So I'm going to get a rod out in the middle where we saw that second group of shows. And to be honest, when I was here last time, this is what did the most bites for me. Going out in the middle, bright pop-up, little bag of pellet. I think I had like 4 or 5 fish in the end, so I'm feeling quite confident with this one, especially after we saw that fish show. Let's get it out there. And I'm quite happy to move this around every hour and a half or so, like I said earlier, because I think that could be the way of just getting a rod on a group of fish that'll be up for a mouthful at some point. Right, so that's the rods out. Whilst we cross our fingers and hope for a bite, check out a little section I did with my angling partner in crime, Jacob Worth, when we went down for a little session on a river, a quick overnighter in between a bit of pike fishing, and I managed to winkle out a couple of carp.
We're here with Henry Lennon, blah, 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 blah.
Welcome to a lovely autumn's evening down by the river. I've got Jacob with me again. We're going pike fishing tomorrow, but it's a bit of a drive to get to the venue, so we're going to break it up by having a quick night on the river, see if we can catch a carp. A lot of cold water's gone in recently, so I don't think the fish will be super active, but we've got a chance of nicking one. Got here just as it's getting dark, so the light might be fading a bit. Gonna crack on, get rods out. For quite a chilled one. If we catch anything, we'll let you know.
Doing them? Just gonna flick 2 rods out on these snags?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty straightforward. It's not flowing too much, so I don't have to worry about changing my rigs too much for fish with the rivers. Ronnie claws, little pop-ups, flicking around, see what happens.
Simple. Job's
a few hours, beats staying at home, doesn't it?
Oh, I love it.
Smell good.
Oh, that's looking good, isn't it?
You don't get better than that, Jacob. You just don't.
What is it? A little wafter or pop-up?
Pop-up, baby.
Ooh.
Yellow citrus. We've been through this.
Just going for a little pop-up.
You've asked me already what we're using.
No, you didn't put that on the last one.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought you had a little culture update on the last one.
You are joking.
My eyes are going.
You're doing this to annoy me, aren't
No,
you?
I'm being serious.
Jacob does this all the time.
I thought you had a little culture update on there, boy. That looks good.
We had a conversation where you asked me what it was.
You reckon that'll survive the crayfish, yeah?
I don't think there's as many as I think. I've never had any crayfish issues.
Interesting.
Carp. Right, probably isn't a carp actually. Play it from the bed.
You in?
Yeah.
Play it from the bed, go on. Is it a carp?
No, I think it's going to be a chub.
Chubber.
Oh, bloody hell.
What's that, half an hour? Quick bite. Come on, the chub. It's going to be a busy night, I reckon, mate.
I think it might be. In the net. Come on. River carp.
Come on, lad. Well done. Brutal.
Yeah.
Look how cold it is, look. Frost. Ugh, it's horrible.
Well, despite the freezing temperatures last night, and I mean it was freezing, we actually managed to catch 2 carp. This one being the slightly bigger of the 2. Not massive at all, but a lot of fun from the river. Winter is definitely here as well, I've got to say that after last night. Yeah, when we woke up, everything was frozen over. So very happy with that. Gonna slip them back now and get on our way up north, because me and Jacob, we are going pike fishing.
Come on, big crops.
Right, let's get him back. Let's get on the road. We are getting on in the day a little bit now. We don't have loads of time, like I say, it's just a short day session at this time of year. Those day sessions, those daylight periods are really, really condensed. We've moved a few of the rods around as well to try and land on a feeding carp. If it's going to happen, it's got to be in the next hour or so. So yeah, fingers crossed we do get one. As I alluded to earlier, this is the end, unfortunately, of my vlog series with Carpology. Thank you to you guys for watching. I've really enjoyed making them and going out with Joe and filming them. So as a thank you, I'm going to offer a prize up. Now this prize is whatever you want it to be. So I want you to comment below in the comments. Let me know if you could have one thing from Nash Tackle, what would you like it to be? Let us know and I'll go around, pick one at random and send that item out to you. So yeah, the prize is absolutely anything you want it to be. So let us know what you'd like and we'll get something out to a lucky winner. As I said, we're going into that final period of the session and yeah, it was definitely going to be a tough one to get a bite today, but I'm feeling hopeful. And Martin, he did say that this is a good time to get a bite, so it could happen still. Whilst we wait for that bite, check out what can only be described as an absolute schooling from Alan Blair when we went to a show in Germany recently. We got an Airbnb right next to a lake, so we obviously got the rods out, and yeah, Alan smashed me up, I won't lie. Okay, welcome to Germany. We've got something a little bit different this time. As you can see, I'm in a log cabin. I've got a fire on the go. We're actually over here for a show, and instead of staying in a hotel, we've got an Airbnb next to a lake. So obviously we weren't going to turn that down. Myself and Alan are going to be fishing here for today and tomorrow whilst we do the show. Alan's not here yet, he's on his way from some other trip he's been on, but it looks really, really cool. I just had the owners sort of show me around, point a few things out. It's obviously dark now, so I can't show you too much, but I'm going to get the rods sorted, get them out, get spots sorted before Alan gets here and nicks all the best ones, and see what happens. It looks really, really cool out. Normally it's a hotel job when we come over for these shows, so I'm more than happy to be in a luxury fishing cabin with a little log fire going, fishing from a warm bed with rods out on the decking in a lake that I'm told's got some pretty big carp in, so what's not to like? Standard procedure, yellow citrus, slip ronnies. This is what's been doing so well for me lately. No reason to change here. Let's go out and find some spots. Okay, just getting a little mix knocked up as well. Large seed mix, Scopic squid pellet, some of the new citrus, sweet corn, and loads of briny shrimp gamrus. Very attractive, and hopefully there's enough food out there that these carp will recognise some of it as food. I don't think they get fished for much here, so going in with just a boardie approach could be a bit of a mistake. So there's a bit of everything in there, very attractive. So even in this cold weather, hopefully they'll find it, and then a bright one over the top. Right, let's go out into the darkness. It's out there somewhere, there's a lake, and we're going to drop 3 rigs on them, hopefully catch one. Bit of a mess, but we found some really cool stuff. There's one of the H blocks, so we're just going to drop these rods. That's the first one, get all 3 out, found 3 different spots. Go back to the bank. Alan's just shown up, so he wants to borrow the boat. But yeah, we've got the 3 spots, let's get fishing. Okay, there we go, 3 rods out. Not too much difficulty. I've been joined by the main man. What are you saying now?
Yeah. Nice, mate. Lovely little house.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Really cute. Really, really cute. And a big lake and no one here. And although it is cold, it's still and calm. And yeah, it's nice.
Do you want to know something that I've just realised I've not told you yet?
What?
When I went out there, the water was 8.4.
Yeah.
But then when I came back, it was 8.7.
Okay.
So it's even warming up a little bit. Which could mean nothing.
I said she didn't know when I arrived. I can see you having another, I don't want to say it, but yeah, you know what I mean, in France, where you just turned up and...
40 pounders. I hope so. So it was a very quiet night for me, nothing to report, but of course Alan rocks up and catches 2. That's what I get for going early and trying to nick the best spot. Yeah, he's giving me a proper schooling, but he's caught 2 nice ones. I've not seen him yet, so let's get him out now. 2 then, Alan. Light work.
Nah, not like work, hard work. Although you don't believe in hard work, do you? It felt like hard work last night. Yeah, I was, mate. It was just the most surreal thing. The place is surreal. I was trying to think this morning, have I ever fished anywhere like this? I've seen hundreds. You referenced it, you know. We have them like at Southend where you can get little beach huts and that, and people go down to their beach hut. But in Europe, this is really popular. A gravel pit with loads of property all the way around it. And yeah, like I say, there's hundreds, thousands of them across Europe. So yeah, we turned up here late last night. Henry's already cracked right on. Kind of looking at it like, well, there's definitely going to be carp here. Tank some rods out, and yeah, well,
you were up till late, weren't you?
Bust off, like,
yeah.
It was really weird.
Down over there.
Tiny little rods, nowhere to put them. This is my next door neighbour, which I've had to go into their property countless times last night. A very surreal place, man. Just glad it's not August.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot busier.
Mad. Fishing is mad. And it sometimes it is just, yeah, I love it. Least suspect it, freezing cold. Absolutely no intel on the venue. Normally, you know, you get a pin and that, you get a bit of information what the stock's like. Something, you know, a few little bones, nothing. There's carp in there. And most importantly, there's an Airbnb.
I'm looking forward to seeing what this one looks like. Nice, clean one.
Sort of saying, I think they're young, mate.
Yeah, he doesn't look old,
like,
I can't believe we caught, to be fair.
Two. My hands, man, freezing cold. I literally hardly been to sleep. And that's the other thing, like, it was just so exciting. Afterwards I sat there, the first one I sat there, mind blowing. The second one I was just like, I'm fully expecting another bite, to be honest. I'm going to really try and work the rods today. Look at that. Lovely carp. Come out to do the Carp Expo Wally show. Been on a bit of an adventure beforehand, but yeah, tipped up to see Henry last night. Caught a couple of bangers.
Nice work, mate. That looks alright.
Madness.
What a proper German common, that. Nice. Yeah, that's a good 30, that one. Look at the mouth on him. Oh, sick!
Mad.
That looks so cool.
It's big, bruv.
I love the shape. It's such like a distinctive shape, German fish. Yeah.
And yeah, the bigger of the two.
Nice work, well done, mate. Right, I'm going to the show. You got to do some work here and carry on fishing.
Right. I'll see you in a little while, bruv. You leave them rods with me,
I think I will.
I'll make sure they're safe.
I think you're going to catch a few. Okay, thankfully it was quite a quick setup job. We did most of it yesterday, so it was only a couple of hours. Still got a couple of hours of daylight left. I'm going to go back, start fishing with Alan. I know he's had one once I've been gone that he's kept in the net for an hour or so for me to do photos. So it's looking good for a couple more bites. Going to quickly stop and grab some food, go back to Alan, see what he's had, and fingers crossed, catch one for myself. All right, let's see what he's had. You've had one then?
What a great day. What a place. Yeah, I've had another one, mate.
Sick. Good size?
Yeah, really good.
Nice.
And not as big as I thought. When I was sitting in the net, mate, when it hit the surface the first time, it was like some sailfish shit, like this massive, just a single dorsal, like a single bone come up, and it looked huge, and I was like,
I bet you thought you had the 30 kilo, didn't you?
Catfish, I thought it was like some weird channel, I don't know what I thought it was, but it's really weird. You'll see, it's like that first spine of its dorsal, then there's a gap, and then it picks up again, so yeah, see that. I thought it was a bit bigger. It's probably pushing 40 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, that big?
It's probably scraping that way, like 39, 40, 41, something like that.
Oh, sick.
It's been wicked, bruv. You've started getting loads of liners.
Good.
I've seen the most epic bird stuff. I should have really filmed it. I haven't done anything, man. Just the cormorants are, I've never seen anything like it. There's about 30, 40 of them, and they've just hunted all day, just chasing this little roach maybe, or bleak or something. The coats have been active, it's been good. See a couple of shows.
Nice. Right, let's video a photo before it gets too dark. Yes, good idea.
37.2. 37.2, yeah, sounds about right. Not bad for December.
Wicked. Look at this door, so.
I see what you mean.
That's what stuck up at me, and I was like, what is that?
Oh, look at that. That is mega.
Yeah, unbelievable. This one come from much deeper water, maybe 25 foot, possibly even deeper, but in a sort of deep gully where I've located some much firmer sort of substrate. Everything was so soft. Corn, new citrus, and about half a kilo stick mix ground bait over the top. So not a lot of actual big food items, just a pang citrus pop up in amongst it. Yeah, mega hard. I've literally been on my toes all day, not been able to sit down, just thinking at any minute I'm going to catch another one of these, and I'm really confident of another bite, to be honest. Yeah, what an amazing carp.
Nice work.
Total wipeout. I love those little solar line biters. They've saved me so many times. And tonight, all three of them got tangled up together.
Ooh.
Carnage.
That's annoying, just on dark as well.
Brilliant! I was just about to start the steak. Mega one though. Keep coming.
Okay, just dropping my last rod. Blair's just had one. Go back and do pictures with him, and then drop this final rod. That was cold, really cold. But 3 rods are out. Fortunately for Alan, he has got to redo all of his because that little company had wiped them all out for him. So yeah, I'm sitting here to do a little bit of work, warm up by the gas heater, and just pray we get a bite. 1 rod I dropped really close to a tree, rock hard, about 18 foot deep, which is perfect, just what Alan had his bites on. So I'm hoping that'll do a bite for me. Yeah, fingers crossed. I think if a shock to some of how the night went, it's that very large bream in Alan's net. Sadly, we didn't catch any carp. Yeah, a bit gutted really, especially with how many Alan been catching. I thought it was a bit of a garran for him to at least end this little section with a fish, but yeah, nothing to report. We've got about an hour until we need to leave to go to the show, so it could happen, but I don't think it will. You kept the bream there, and I didn't realise.
Oh, look at it, mate, black.
It looked pretty tired. But yeah, nothing to report besides Alan's bream. So I'll have to catch one in the next hour or so. And that's the end of this section. See you back at the lake where we're fishing with Joe right now. Well, just like that trip in Germany with Alan, it looks like this session is going to turn into a blank for me. The light's fading pretty quickly, as it does this time of year. Joe's going to head off home, but I'm actually going to stay and do the night because it does look good for a bite. I've seen a few more show. So yeah, I'm going to try and wait it out. And if I do catch one, you'll see it now. If I'm still pointing at you at the camera like I am now, then I've not caught one, and yeah, it's been a full-on blank, which is a bit of a disappointing way to end this series, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching my vlogs. I've really enjoyed doing them. I hope you've enjoyed watching them as well. Good luck to those who entered the competition. I'm looking forward to picking a winner out there, and hopefully I'll see you guys on this channel again sometime soon.